Yep. Let's get it. What's up?
All right. So listen, for real rap though. You know what's funny? Nobody got on my ass about the. I've been making this shit since like 2022. All right. And some of
Yep.
your players agree with me. I have tweets of them agreeing with me, right? But now time has passed, right? Like Alucard, you know who Alucard is, right?
Yep.
He agreed with me in 2022
About what?
about fighters being carried by the IP. And he's one of the main people that I knew played fighters, at least from a content perspective, right?
Okay.
I pulled it up. I had the receipt for you.
All right. All right. So we're gonna slow. We're gonna walk this dog. We're gonna walk this dog. Give me a moment. We're gonna walk this
Go
dog.
ahead.
So let me see. Like I said, I'm gonna have a real convo with you. So we're gonna walk this dog. You got receipts? I'm all for having receipts. So let's do that. So let's see. Boom. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna read it out loud too. I'm gonna give it the same smoke. DBFZ. Well, let's go to the original joint, right? Nitro said, "What do you guys think hurts a game more, and characters or system mechanics?" And it was overwhelming system mechanics win. Okay. Okay. So let's walk this dog. Alucard. Mind you, okay. This is 2023, May 15th, 2023. DBFZ is an example for choosing quote unquote characters in a game with mostly dog shit mechanics and godlike IP, just heavy lifting. Okay, so that's been said, and I don't want to ruin your train of thought even further, so go ahead, continue to cook.
So look, here's my thing,
Yep.
right? So my original statement, right? I'm not calling Dragon Ball Fighters a bad game. I want people to know that. Like, not on. Imagine I'm not turning this into a video. I have no qualms to make any fighters content until Daima come, if at all, right? I got my own things I'm doing, right? What I will say, I respect how strong. If we being a real rap, I will even say it's kind of could be a form of jealousy, because at least y'all ride and die for y'all shit. You feel me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like through all the bullshit that y'all went through, the parsec shit and all that. I know I've been on the sidelines. I just haven't been participating and actively playing the game. I've seen it. I've seen the stories. I've seen the major tournaments. A lot of HOC stuff. Um, I get it. Now, my thing is, right, all I'm saying is that the game is carried by the fact that it's Dragon Ball. Because when it first came out, if you go look at the first reviews of the game, how people were feeling about the game, it was in a very bad state, right? Not as bad as 2SKO, right? Because I'm not just like gonna be straight up a 2SKO glazer. It may come off like that, but I like tag games in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would prefer to play DBFZ over most other shit. But all I'm saying is, a lot of people don't realize that in this era of something nowadays, how people act in 2020 pre-COVID, how they treat video games like one small mistake makes it a 5 out of 10. They would have treated that shit outside the FGC, would have treated that shit like Spark and Zero. Because in the same way, Sparking Zero issues, outside of it being what the fuck it is, an arena fighter, right? Is the same issues that was on launch with DBFZ that first 2 months, right? The servers weren't working, it wasn't connectivity was bad, shit was inconsistent, the ring matches didn't load, right? Online connectivity wasn't the best in the delay based era around that time. It had a lot of issues. But remembering before that, the two major factors to Dragon Ball Fighter's success was that MVCI came out dog shit. I love playing that game, by the way, but it came off very underbaked, and everybody was like, "Yo, this the next Marvel, aka Dragon Ball Fighters, with Dragon Ball characters in it," and it's something people have been wanting for a long period of time. Now, the point you brought up of it growing almost 2 million every year afterwards, that's usually a normal thing with Bandai games. Like after a certain amount of time, especially with a popular IP, When they keep adding updates, more characters, growth over time. Even that's even truth with Tekken 7, right? Tekken 7 is arguably the biggest game in the series, I believe, sales wise. And since probably what Tekken 3, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong on that, but I know Tekken 7 has reached 10 million plus sales, right? That's all I'm saying. I just want people to acknowledge that the game got so far with it because Dragon Ball helped push it. And that's it. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to make sure that you've done what you take before I go ahead and give my opinion. So if there's, I'm giving you the entire floor. I'm not giving you half the floor. I'm giving you the whole. Go ahead. So if you want to even think about something else that you'd like to bring up, go for it. We got all
All right,
day.
all right. So here's the thing. All
Yep.
right, since we here, right?
Yep.
All right, so C4, it's funny because me and C4 always go back and forth with stuff. And I'm
Wait,
not
pause,
gonna lie to
pause,
you.
wait, pause. All I'm letting you have the whole entire floor. All I ask in return is the same respect when it's my go. That's it.
Oh, okay, cool. Go
That's
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
No, when it's my
All right.
no, it's your go right now though. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay. So here's the thing. When me and C4 talk about things on Twitter, right? He doesn't get it a lot of the times because like a lot of times he comes from a place of a certain angle and he lets it bleed into the conversation, right? So the tweet he made under that and why I quoted under, which is why like I usually when I tweet stuff about that game, I mute it because I don't know who's saying what or whatever. I'm just moving on, right? And literally I'm looking at the tweet and he typed all that out and I'm like, okay, cool. Now here's my thing about that. I like Dragon Ball a lot. I grew up with it, but it's not my favorite anime. Okay. So for me, I'm not biased by that aspect of this is Dragon Ball, therefore I like it. Right? That's perfectly fine if people are. But um I'm specifically talking about the season one, season two, where people was bitching about everything in the damn game. Right? Now the people that was genuinely playing it, you shouldn't even focus on people complaining. Cause y'all having fun, y'all playing y'all game, y'all grinding that shit out. Right? Now, funny thing about that, a lot of his statement is crazy because he said what game is good when it drops. That's obviously outliers when some fighting games, the one that's most glazed in 2026 in this space, could be looked as a good game regardless if you don't like it or not. Like that's Street Fighter 6, right? And then he said, "Don't be mad that you missed peak DBFZ because you was on Sparking and Xenoverse." My nigga, Sparking Zero came out a year and a half, 2 years ago, and Xenoverse came out 2 years before Dragon Ball Fighters released. So that's why I replied to Speed Gift because I was like, you know what? I feel like I'll be wasting more energy just replying to you back about some stuff and let it rock. Right. So that's why I said what I said and I let it rock.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. Cool. So boom. Let's get right to the the tweet. Right. Let's get right to the tweet that you sent. And just to reiterate, Nitro said, "What do you think hurts the game more?" We showed a poll. System mechanics or characters? System mechanics by an overwhelming majority. Alucard says DBFZ is an example for choosing quote unquote characters in a game with mostly dog shit mechanics and a godlike IP, just heavy lifting. And just like I had smoke for you, I got smoke for him in this tweet. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree. Yes, the initial off the on Oki, yeah, the initial wake up, okay, bet. You're gonna every like if you have a good IP for sure, that's gonna work. But real shit sticks, and if it's bad, it's bad. This is why I pulled up the information about the MK release shit. You know what I'm saying? MK came out September 19th, 2023. That game is effectively dead. Is it well, can we let's see if we can come to terms, right? Yeah, yeah. Can we both agree that MK is effectively dead? MK1.
I don't think so. I could turn on MK1 and find a match in 30 seconds.
You can turn on MK1 and find a match in
I could
30
turn I could
seconds.
turn I could turn the match on right now. And there's people streaming it.
You know what? All right, so you know what? I'll even give you I'll even be willing to give up that because I'm not a MK nigga. I don't play MK. I'm just talking about from a casual perspective. That's the base of most of these fighting games, right? Is the casuals,
Yeah, the
right?
casuals.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
yes.
saying? That that you know what I'm saying? Like it's not they're effectively trying to screw off MK1 and put on fucking Guilty Gear or some shit in terms of the big 3 because of the failures of this game. Niggas are talking about MK when it was hot with MK10 or some shit, whatever that was. So here we are. And if it's not dead, it's effectively in a lot worse shape than it was on release, correct? Is that fair to
I
say?
agree that. Yeah, that is fair to say. That is
Okay.
100%
All
fair.
right. So
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years since its release, going on 3 years since its release, it is in worse shape. The player base has dropped precipitously, and it is not. It did not. It was not able to carry on the hype that it started out with. Is that fair to say?
Say that last part one more time.
They weren't able to capitalize off the initial hype that they had when the game released. Is that fair to say?
For MK1?
Correct.
Yes, but there's outliers to that.
But there's always an exception to the rule. But MK and Street Fighter came out in the same year. I think they're only a month apart from each other. And MK came out first. And MK is
No,
off
it
the map.
didn't.
MK. So all right. So let's. This is why we have the internet. When did Street Fighter 6 come out? Out. You're right. See, like I said, growing up conversation. I could be willing to shut the fuck up. June 2nd, 2023 is when Street Fighter 6 came out. Facts. All right. Dead wrong. Yet and still, that it just fortifies my point. Street Fighter came out first, and it is still thriving. You effectively had 3 extra months to get data on your competitor and outdo them, and you came out and you didn't have crossplay. Like, bro, you burned the player base off the dribble when you said you was gonna have something and you didn't have it, and your competitor was able to do it, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So even if it
Mhm.
ain't dead, they don't got as much goodwill as they once had. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
like that. So okay, so we take that point and we move on. And you say that it's being carried. Going to the Alucard tweet. If it's being carried, MK should still be thriving. There should be there should be a excitement around the game still. It's only 3 years old. And maybe I'm just speaking from a place of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see the excitement. Hold up, C4. I'm we're walking the dog right now, C4. We you know what I'm saying? We walking the dog. Yo, Starks, try to catch him up on some shit, bro. Cause we slow walking this shit. So boom. Maybe there's excitement and I don't know about it and I'm ignorant to that. And if that is true, I'll be willing to live with that. What I'm saying is I don't
Mhm.
need to be in Street Fighter to know that there's hype around Street Fighter. I don't need to be in the City of the Wolves ecosystem to know that City of the Wolves is cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be in the Guilty Gear ecosystem to know that the Guilty Gear community is cooking. You gotta be from my perspective. You gotta be in the know to know if that game is cooking. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now, when he says and you say carry, of example of carry or heavy lifting, like heavy, you can only heavy lift for so long if the game is actually shit. What's bad is bad. What's good is good. There's example upon example on that. You want to know a good example? You want to talk about heavy lifting? Multiverses.
Oh, here we go.
Multiverses. Multiverses. Here we go, but am I lying? Here we go, but am I lying? Because that game came out, and it was cooking. Then it wasn't, and then it died. That's how the marketplace works with these fighting games. If it's doing well, ideally they continue to support. If it's not doing well, the market will let you know, and then the shit dies. That's what happened with DNF Duel. If the game is truly good, not just for the sweaties, but for the casual community, the market will let you know. If not, they will let you know. And then the company will acquiesce to that. Now, so when I hear heavy lifting and we're 8 years into the game, I feel disrespect. I can't take it no other way, bruh. I can't take it no other way. Because you're talking about carried. We, the community, the DBFZ community, we carried. We are 8 years into the game. We are doing the carrying. Bandai doesn't give a fuck about us. And we did 10 million in 5 years with bone dry support. If we had the Capcom leadership, we'd be out of here. That's why I take it as disrespect, bro. That's why I take it as disrespect. Because it's like, yo, we are doing the heavy lifting day to day, running tournaments day for day, putting in the work day for day. You know what I'm saying? With no support. Y'all, Riot was giving y'all, was supporting the shit out this game. They said a 10-year run was on the way. We didn't get that, bro. We, of course, like, if One Piece came out with a game, it would pop. Black Clover was at its peak. And I'm speaking from experience, bro. Black Clover was at its peak when it dropped
Oh, you're
Quartet Nights.
oh, you're an anime fan. I didn't know this.
Bro, Black
Okay,
Clover
okay.
was at its peak when Quartet Nights dropped. If you know, you know. This was right after the Elf arc for the anime. And then we came from, and then while we're in the time skipping the manga, this is the peak. Bandai drops the game, and everyone is saying, yo, the game sucks, the game sucks, the game sucks. I am a fan. I am a fan. C4, no, you weren't here, bro. I let him go off. Facts. I let him go off. I gave him the floor. I let him, and then when he was done, I let him rethink that so he can get the floor again. Because C4, I already ethered this nigga, right? I already did that. But now,
Okay.
but now, because you said this, C4, you said this. You said we have to be organized as an FGC to do what we got to do. You said that, and that's true. So that means I'm either part of the problem or part of the solution. So when he's like, all right, let's talk, I can't be no bitch and be like, nah, nigga, da da da. I got my shit off. I flamed him. When that shit goes up on YouTube, it's gonna be a movie. Don't worry about it. Y'all niggas gonna get those. But now it's time. What do we do now, though? We have to. These conversations are necessary. So, anyways, Quartet Nights drops. The people, the internet is saying this game is ass. I need to see it for myself. I'm part of the marketplace too. I got that game and I went in. I bought the whole package. I didn't just buy the game. I bought the Superfuck and the soundtrack, bro. That shit was ass. It was a spit in my face. Bad netcode, bad everything, bad story mode. Bad. And now I'm out $80. Hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. If you want to talk about carried, why didn't that shit carry? You know what I'm saying?
All right, I can explain that, but I'm gonna let you go. Let me
but
explain
there
why that.
no, but
It's
that's my
obvious
third.
why that game failed. That's a whole
No,
different outlier
no,
that you
but
brought up.
no, but what I'm saying is, I gave that's just one out of the three that I gave you. Of course, I can go on and on, but you see what I'm saying. And again, bro, I gave you the floor. You were saying shit in your monologue that I wanted to interrupt him, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna give this nigga the rock and let him cook. Nah,
That's why I said I'll wait till you finish
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm
I'm
not
just
done.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, so example on top of example on top of example of what y'all must not understand what carried means. You can't carry me for 8 years if the game is ass. And you got players like myself, players like C4, and Alucard. I don't even know if this nigga is still active in the community. And to be fair, that was an old ass tweet. But yet and still there's smoke there because no, bro, we are part of the carrying that's going on over here, dog. A lot of these content creators doom on the fucking game for content. You know that's a part of content creation, right? Where niggas just doom for content. They know they're gonna get a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I can't.
I'm not like that. Come on,
I'm not
that's
saying
not
you
me.
is. I'm speaking on the Alucard tweet and tweets like
Oh
that. I don't know
yeah.
if he stands firmly on that. Maybe he was in his feelings that day. Maybe he was. I don't know. I'm speaking on the energy around that tweet. And yes, you can feel how you feel. But don't just doom on a game and then not give an action plan. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. That shit is ass. That shit is ass, bro. That shit is ass. And I feel a way about it. And I feel a way about it. You know what I'm saying? But chat telling me to shut the fuck up because I'm go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm go
No, no,
ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. So let me say this. This is the type of people I like. You and C4. I know I be fucking trolling on Twitter and shit. Like today, I was really just being an asshole because I just
Okay,
I was. I ain't gonna
so
lie.
C4 just proved this point right there. He was
You
like, "Don't
say
let him lie. Yaya dooms for content sometimes." And
no, I don't. Hold on,
you just admitted that you was
wait.
trying to be an asshole.
No, no, no. Okay, but that's not dooming. That's me memeing. Okay, whatever. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, because literally, my tweets on Twitter, I'm not making content out of it, and whatever. That's not even dooming. Me dooming is being like, this shit is fucking ass. I think Dragon Ball Fighter should die now. Like, I'm not like
No,
that.
no, but you doomed on fighters.
Your meme was dooming on fighters in reaction to somebody. The little all oops image I made. The image I
Wait,
found on Twitter.
I don't know about
So
that. See,
okay,
I don't know about that tweet.
I'll send you the tweet. I'll send you a tweet.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what he's
Hook
talking about.
Gang God was roasting whatchamacallit's roster, 2SKL's roster. Rightfully so. It took 7 years. It should have had more characters.
Okay.
Right? So I'm gonna send you the original tweet while we here. This is the tweet he made. My tweets, right? Now obviously, right, if you know what I do, if you know of me, a lot of people started shutting up too because they started looking at my YouTube channel. I
Hold up.
do talk about Dragon Ball games. It doesn't have to be a fighting game. It doesn't have to be an arena fighter. I will talk about Dragon Ball games, right? And I know this series,
Hold
right?
up.
I've known it since I was 5 years old. I'm Unk age, all right.
Facts. Okay.
And that was my quote tweet was just in a reaction to Hook Gang God. That was it. Like, if you being honest, Zamasu is not. If you play fighters, let's be honest. If you play fighters, you know Zamasu does not play like no damn Bardock, right? Okay,
Let the world see.
cool.
Okay. Yep.
Now,
Okay.
right now, you say, "Where's the DBFZ?" I had DBFZ content when the game came out.
And then this is the tweet, world. This is the tweet. This
I
is
had DBFZ content. Yeah, and then even then, Maximilian, you know the combo extension, how to combo. He saw my shit on Twitter and turned it into a full video.
okay.
I just
So,
hate the hate, bro. Like I'm not gonna go on YouTube. So 6 years. Well, yeah, back then I wasn't.
bro. So, but
Yeah,
you
I'm just making
do
fun
you,
of like
no,
people talking about the game and stuff like that.
but
And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
no. What I, but here's where at least for like
Oh,
I
my
can't.
headphones. weekend.
I
Give me a
I
second.
can't speak. Yeah.
Hold on, hold on. But point stands. Um, now my whole point of the tweet, right? Me quote tweeting it is not to say all the characters played the same,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want to
But
get that
but
clear.
it's fair to say though, regardless on how you're gonna answer, it's fair to say that you knew what you were doing when you posted this tweet, and you knew that it was gonna get a reaction. Like, let's go on your Twitter real quick, bro. Like,
Okay, that's fair. I give you that. I give you
you know
that
what I'm
because it was a.
saying? You
I give
like,
you that.
bro. You got over 3,000 followers, going on 4,000. You know when you
But I
say
don't
certain
be
shit.
caring about, bro.
No, no, no. You don't have to care about it, but you know the reaction that you're gonna get when you post something like that. Because when you
Yeah,
have that
because it
many,
was to me it was funny.
no, 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 no. Now, but here's the thing. It could be funny. Everybody's gonna say some shit, right? But you know that you're already digging at the DBFZ community, and you've done it more than once. So when you get us, like, you know, when you speak on, like, say if you were to do that same kind of tweet for DNF duel or them fighting herds or some shit like that, right? You know
Right.
that the reaction won't be as visceral as it's going to be for the DBFZ community, and people will actually look at that more like a joke and not like, oh, he's trying to, you know what I mean? They would look at that more jokingly than they would your fighters content, because you are known, according to C4. I don't know. I'm knowing about you today, but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
according to C4, you are known for dunking on fighters. So when you dunk on fighters, you know that's part of your shtick. You know what I'm saying? So when you do shit like that, it's like with the understanding of, yeah, you, even if you don't know, implicitly you know, like, subconsciously, yeah, they gonna, da da da. And that's why
Yeah.
C4 said, like, oh, you just saying this shit for content in your tweet, in that tweet. You know what I'm saying? That's what we getting at, dog. That's what we getting at. It's that reality. When we work,
Okay.
am I making sense though?
No, I get it, but if you'd have looked at the meme, you know I didn't make the shit. It's like in the middle. It's like right there.
What
And
do you mean?
Dragon Ball fan, the running joke with me is Dragon Ball fans don't read or look properly.
Okay.
But like literally on the tweet, on the image itself, it says who made it. And I told C4 in the replies, I was like, I ain't make it. And I didn't even explain the shit was dumb.
You. But what I'm saying is
Like I get where you coming from,
but
but like
that's what.
how can Hook say that, but nobody can
Whoa,
retaliate?
whoa, whoa,
And
whoa, whoa! No, bro, don't do that. Don't do that, because when you said it about Alucard, I said I didn't like it then. I don't. And let me go really look at. I didn't even look at the Hook tweet. Let's properly look at it. I want to give it the same smoke. 2xKO or Melty Blood for worst roster in a fighting game. 2xKO put up a generational number with one cool character out of 11. So what do you want me to get at? With the Alucard tweet, that was more something I could get at. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Alucard tweet is like, bro, like, you saying what you said, but like, it was akin to the tweet that you said, where it's just like, you're just dunking, no action plan, or maybe that he had an action plan, or maybe he was just salty or whatever.
okay,
But do you follow what I'm saying? Like,
so
this tweet in particular with Hook, what do you want me to say about that? He doesn't. I don't know him playing 2xKO or Multi Blood. Hello, yo,
can you hear me now? My bad. Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. So you are look. The thing is, it says somewhere you won't work out the Alucard. Same way you went out to Alucard with his tweet. Yeah, I went to him because he said something to me that I was like, if he said anything, it would have been crazy, crazy word because he made that tweet. That's my only thing is retaliation of defense, right? So in that point, right? I remember he made that tweet because I was following Alucard back then when he made. I bookmarked it since then because I was like, "Damn, y'all don't like DBFZ or something?" I'm like, "It's no way. I thought y'all this was y'all savior." But to get the reaction out, he roasted two communities, 2xKO and Melty Blood.
But
I can't retaliate back with Dragon Ball with a Dragon
oh,
Ball
okay,
joke.
okay, okay. All right, no, no, okay. That's what you're saying. Okay, I can see that, because what this is, but you're missing my overarching point on why I got an Alucard. You're in the DBFZ community. He posted that tweet in 2023. That was the dog days of the game. You know what I'm saying? And you're a prominent figure in that game. So when you dunk on the game and like you're like, how can I say? When Bum dunks on 2XKO, he's never on 2XKO because he's like, fuck this game. I don't like this game. I'm not going to get on this game. But when when he's dunking on fighters, he's like, this is what we should do. This is what we should do as a community. When you dunk for the sake of dunking, it hurts the game. When you dunk with an action plan, now the community has a path forward. If you're a part of the community, like if Hook would have said something like that about fighters, him being the prominent figure that he is, sorry, he has a responsibility. Whether he wants to admit it or not. Any of these content creators, once you hit a certain level of notoriety, you have a responsibility. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? And you're either gonna help the game move forward or you're gonna be a hindrance to it. Everybody, when Hook was calling the game a party game, that was hurting the game, and I said fuck him for that then, and I'm standing on it now.
See,
It's
I
a
ain't see that. So
he
I didn't see that.
no
I didn't
no
see that.
no, but I was saying this shit when nobody knew my name. I was still saying this shit. So now people hear me and know more of me. I didn't like it then when Hook said it, and everybody was memeing it. Party game, party game. That's not gonna help the cause. I wrote my emails out, yah. I got receipts. I wrote my emails to Bandai. I wrote my emails to fucking Arc System, bruh. I wasn't just out here talking and dunking on the game. I'm trying to push this shit forward. It's easy for a content creator like Hook to sit up on his feet and be like, ha ha, party game, because he's making what he's making, doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
So 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 can I say this? So can I say this? So I respect you 100% in that, right? Um, right? Because in the case of everything, we need more people like you because I deal with that in the anime game space, right? That's something that I respect about you, and I've never heard of you until you did this. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give you credit when credit is due,
Thank you.
right? And when we can have an actual conversation. Now, I understand the passion for it, right? My problem, right? All I'm saying is that, hey man, Dragon Ball OD.
OD how though?
That's
OD
it.
what? What is OD about
What I
fighting?
like? I mean, it's a great game. You know, it's Dragon Ball. Do I personally fuck with it 24/7? No, but it'll be a damn lie if somebody did research and went deeper into it. Like I played hella season 3
Okay.
because all my favorite characters was in season 3.
Right.
So cool, but I think at the same time, like because I quote tweeted with a Oats all Goku thing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, for example, two SKO players, and this is from me being on both sides of the spectrum,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of dumb shit they did with two SKO. I've told Riot about it. I told them directly, which I don't have to take the tweaks out to them because I have direct conversation to those people. You get what I'm saying? Me
Mm.
speaking into the void when I can instantly go talk to them like I did at Frosty's, right? I ain't got to tweet about this shit 24/7 because I already had that communication and talk with them about it already,
I'm gonna stop you
right?
right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. You want to know why you need to still have that conversation? Because
Why?
if because like it's like this, right? It's like this, right? Like here's my thing. If I have a conversation, say we had this conversation off stream, right? And it's just me and you. Not say like but like let's say we had this conversation off stream, but and I just left the stream with me flaming you, right? And then we
Yeah.
have this conversation in private, and then I'm still, and now I'm all, oh no, yeah, he's great. No, because now you're leaving out the most important source of what makes this shit go: the people, the people. Not saying they gotta know everything, but the people are what move the needle. The people are what puts food on the plate for these goddamn devs. You know what I'm saying? It's the people. So don't say, yeah, let's have this conversation in private. We're gonna do this, this, and this, and then you don't do it, and the people don't see it, and now you want my base, who knows that I have inner conversations with you, just be like, nah, man, we good, we on the up. No, it's fuck you. Two things can be true. I love Bandai
Okay.
because of what they've done for the community. And don't think, oh, I'm just coming at you. I told C4 the same thing when he was on comms. When he was on comms and he was doing fighters tournaments, and he was like, "So am I fucked up for not stating how I feel? Am I part of the problem when I don't say how I feel when I'm on the tournament desk?" And I said, respectfully, C4, you are. You're part of the problem because you're now at a platform. You have a platform where people can hear you. The casual base can hear you. For us, we can't, we don't got that reach. We can't get to them. So you have to do it for the people. You have to, because if you don't do it for the people, how the fuck can we do it for ourselves when we don't got the reach that you got? Until
So
they
here's
get
another.
the, until they, I'll say this and then you go ahead. Until these, do not let these fucking $1 billion companies walk you down like that. Talking about some, oh yeah, we got you, buddy. Fix my fucking game. Fix it now. Fix my fucking game. Fix it. Do not just sit up here and rub my fucking back and give me pats on the head talking about, oh yeah, we're going to take care of it. No. You deserve to be held to account. You deserve to at least get excoriated by somebody with a platform like myself. So yeah, we had this one-on-one. But guess what? I'm not the only one hurting. It's the people behind me that don't have the voice and don't have the reach that I got. This is why I went so hard on the PC players. Because the PC players, I'm not just speaking for the PSN, for myself as a PSN player. I'm speaking for the 70 plus people in the Titan Tower that are just as good as these pros, but they don't have the voice and they don't have the reach. So now I'm really screaming because this is bigger than me. It's about the people that can't get to y'all. And these companies need to be held to account for that dumb shit. At least get a talking to. Go ahead.
All right. So here's the thing. So with me, I will comment like the other day, for example, before the 2SKO stuff happened, right?
Yeah.
My only gripe with that game, personally,
With
I'll
2XKO
say
you're referring
two.
to?
Yes, 2SKO. There's only
Okay.
two gripes I have with that game right now.
What's up?
Um, I don't like the Echo Yasuo balancing, and I hate how they do the shop shit. And I've said it publicly on Twitter. I'm like, hey, Riot, fix this, please. And then I've also went to Frosty's, talked to Riot, fix this, please, and showed them the tweet. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
give another example of something I did for two other anime games. Y'all might have heard of these, y'all might not, right? But like one thing I'll say, and y'all can say I'm not with that or believe whatever you want to believe, but I strongly am this. I am for the fucking people because at the end of the day, I want people to be fucking happy with the damn product, right?
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer, the first one when it didn't have lobbies, I cooked the nigga that's because they told us not to say nothing. I was like, no, we're gonna say something because y'all should have had this up front.
Real
I
nigga.
cooked CC2, got publicly on there and blacklisted from Sega for a little bit, and still went to the community manager and told him how to implement lobbies in Demon Slayer 1. Right?
That's dope.
Then you
That's
wanna do
dope.
Spark and Zero, you wanna do Spark and Zero, all the patch and shit and stuff like that, the Google Doc and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I proofread it, read it, added my 2 cents, adding all the stuff that they wanted to add to the game to make it feel more like Tenkaichi. Because before the game came out, and there's a video on my YouTube channel. That is the game that pisses me off the most. Because that game fucking irritates me because I told people at Evo, this is not a Tenkaichi game. It's Jump Force with Dragon Ball mechanics. And I
Type shit.
told niggas, this is not the game y'all think y'all finna get when it come out. I got called a hater, right? For simply telling y'all that y'all not gonna like this after 42 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like, oh, this shit ass, this shit fell off. No shit, because it's not as good as what it used to be. And now we sat down, got the community together, made a big giant patch notes to fix that game. And now I think the game is in a great state, right? So for me, even if it may seem like I'm not talking like yelling on Twitter to the void and cursing them out, I strongly do believe if I want some shit done, you beat the niggas in a way politically. Because a lot of people don't have reach the same way other people do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm a content creator with like hella medium-sized influencer on YouTube or whatever, right? Based on whatever people consider whatever the fuck bumblefuck that is,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
However, I know that when I say something and critique a game, I want it to be heard and people hear me. I don't want to come at niggas disrespectfully because if you start cursing
No,
me out
no. Oh,
disrespectfully,
okay.
I'm not listening
No,
to you.
no. Wait, wait. But there's a corporate way to say fuck you. You don't need
Okay,
you don't
yes.
you don't need to. I'm not saying you need to say. I have to say fuck Bandai at the top of my lungs because I don't have Bandai reach. But if I had Bandai reach, I could say I'm severely disappointed with how you guys continue to do our game when you guys can do better. Give us what we need properly, please. Give us the game that we deserve as the consumers. Instead, that's a different way of saying fuck you what you gave us and this is what we want done. People, not just you, because you laid out facts that you did. People like you don't do that. That's why I got at C4. That's why I get at people like C4. That's why I hold myself to account when it's time to keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? I have to
Yeah.
because I can't just say one thing to C4 and then another thing when it's just me and myself. Cause that's just like that's just exactly like this, right? How you popped up in the chat. If I was a fake nigga or some scary dude, I'd have been like, yo, somebody ban him, yo, or ban him out of the chat. Kept on doing what I'm doing. Or you said, yo, let's talk, and I get on here and I'm being unreasonable with you. There's a difference between me just getting my shit off, just like you did. All this was a vocal tweet. That whole thing before we got on the call was a vocal tweet. Instead of tweeting you out and writing a fucking dissertation, I did that. You know what I'm saying? After the tweet, after my vocal tweet, we can now come together as adults and hash it out. Me and C4 have had plenty of disagreements where we still stand on opposite sides of the fence. But guess what? We can both extend our proverbial hand and be like, all right, man, we agree to disagree. Next segment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we
Hmm.
move the culture forward. Because the people who watch C4, the people who watch me, the people who watch you, they watch how we carry ourselves as well. We have a responsibility. It's one thing when I do a vocal tweet or you do a tweet or C4 does a tweet or does an episode or does a pod. It's another thing when shit get real and it's time to have a man to man. You know what I'm saying? How do you carry yourself
No.
then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you say, and I still stand firm on a lot of this shit, I still feel disrespected because the community has done a lot more than what you think to keep this game alive. We just don't have your reach. You know what I'm saying? We can't call up Bandai. And Bandai actively fucks us. Actively, bro. Actively. Disrespectfully so. And yet we still show up. There's a tournament right now that Neo Judah is about to throw and it's about to go crazy. I just had an event yesterday with KJ Pixel. He pulled up and fought one of the people from the Titan Tower. We have other events like that. Me and C4 and Mike Hollow ran a fucking tournament together. Did great numbers. All of that shit. 8 years after the fact though. We're still fighting, putting up our money, pooling our resources, networking. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. So
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no.
So I will say, I will come out and say, y'all can clip this too, that I don't want to discredit the community,
And
right?
that right there
Yeah.
is the most important thing you said this entire
All right.
conversation. Because
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I came out with the fucking shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
He didn't know it was this deep because, bro, you don't know what you dealt with, bro. Like, you don't know the landmines that you stepping on because there's people like me in these communities that live, breathe, eat, and shit this game. And I still got a full-time job. I can't just do content 24/7 and make bread off this shit 24/7 and I got to go to work tomorrow morning type shit. You know what I mean? But I was up for 12 hours on my day off because I'm trying to do this content shit. Playing fighters out of 8 out of the 12. Just going in the gulag. This shit, I ain't getting paid a dime. Ben, I ain't
So
giving, you know what I'm saying?
no, I get you. I get you because I get where you're coming from. I'm also a video editor, so I'm not just making my own shit 24/7, right? So putting that out there, right? I never. The goal was to never discredit the community. I'm keeping it to the game, right? Now, if I say some shit like DBF motherfuckers are dumb and shit like that, it's because it's just how I talk, right? You
Fair.
know, like when people, you know, like if you argue with somebody or like he be like y'all, and then somebody will go, "Who is y'all?" Now you know I'm not really necessarily referring to y'all. It's just the word I
Trust me.
use
I
in
know
place.
exactly what you mean. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean.
Now, what I will say is, I even said earlier, like I think last month or probably this month, I was like, all right, even though I personally am not a fan of DBFZ like that in terms of just playing it and grinding it out, the community came through and supported their game. To be honest, it is a level of jealousy when it comes to those games. I'm a Naruto nigga. We keeping it a stack, and
Mm-hmm.
our community sucks. And mind you, I want somebody to say you're not for the community because I was there for the community, and most of them niggas couldn't beat me,
Mm.
right? So in that case, when it came to that community, it's not the same level as the FGC community. Y'all been through hell, roll back the era when y'all didn't have it, the parsec moments, known kami, all that. I know a lot about that stuff. The only thing I don't mess with is the HOC bomb side of things. Because what he said to me, he doesn't exist in my brain. So he don't I
Hold
don't
on
care
now.
about none of these things.
Hold on. I stand firm with Bum. What I don't
You could
know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I
What
can
what?
explain it to you. I can explain it to you right quick then.
All right.
With Bum, his ass, right? Bum literally said my life was worthless because I like to SKO.
Oh
And then
shit.
he's like, he called me a Riot Glazer, and I'm like, go look at my Riot ID and see what other Riot games I play. I barely play
But
anything else. My
but
reason why I like 2SKO is the same way as a nigga would watch Dragon Ball and play fighters. I like Arcane. I'm not a League of Legends. Fuck League. I've said that multiple times. I've told them at Frosties. I got a vlog on my stream. She's like, do you play League? I was like, no, I don't play that shit. I literally said that to the community manager's face. I just like Arcane and I like 2SKO because it's a tag game of duos, right? And I get people
you're
not liking
saying
and having
Bum
that.
said you're
Bum
saying
has literally said my life is worthless. I could pull up the tweet if you want me to. Over 2XKO. We was talking about 2XKO and stuff like that. And he started quote going crazy at me and all that shit.
what
Saying I'm
did you
weird or
say though?
whatever.
What did you say though?
I was literally like, hey bum, I'm gonna just leave you alone and let it rock. And I was like, cool, move on. And then he said my life was worthless.
Somebody said I need a full receipt. I need a full log of this
Let
cuz
me-
like bro, Bum has done like so much for the community, bro. It
Okay,
like
I know he's done much for the community, but the way
ex-
he's acting outside of everything prior to
I
that,
I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see it. I yeah, you're
hold
gonna have to
on.
show me the full in chat. I know I be talking, but we're gonna go through this shit, and then I won't. I play favorites, all right, but I ain't. But I will be like, all right, bro. If it's really like that, all right.
Hold on, let me get it. I don't fuck with Bum, so I just move along. I used to be a supporter of his stream too.
Nah, hell no. Shit.
Let me see. I got it.
Bum was helping me out on the behind the scenes for for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to see it. I just need to see it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but it was just the interaction that he just went crazy over. Let me get the
Yeah,
tweets.
I need it in its full. I need part one all the way to the last drop. I because bum slander's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's just like there's just no way. There's
You know
just
what's
no.
funny? You know what's funny? I was also planning to come to. Uh, I was planning on coming to because I really wanted to go to New York, right? And I wanted to go to HOC. I was like, all right, he probably gonna host Hunter x Hunter. If he don't like Hunter x Hunter, he gonna host 2XKO. I was gonna come there, play, support Bomb. I wanted to be a part. I wanted that culture, but something that I liked, and I do like that culture energy he had. But the way he's been crashing out on some people
But here's the
has
thing.
been uncomfortable.
Here's the thing, right? You can't tell someone how to crash out. Like if you would have
Okay,
came in my chat, hold up real quick. If you would have came in my chat and would have been like, yo, no, you bugging, bro. Why are you even coming at me like that? Da, da, da. I would now I'm about to get ignorant. I was already being ignorant, but now I'm gonna turn up. It's I chose to have this conversation.
let me find the
I
other tweet.
I chose to have this conversation type shit because that's just the way I like to handle things because I feel like it's necessary for us to stand firm on our shit, stand and take it how you want to take it. You took it like a champ. Pause. You was like, all right, this shit funny. He's spitting facts. Uh, Not all, you didn't say I was spitting facts on all the things, but you was like he's funny. He's spitting facts. Let's have a talk. It was only because of that where it was like, all right, I'm going in and I stand firm on it. But I am a profound believer of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you took it disrespectfully, don't get it fucked up. Then eat that. Sorry. You know what I mean? Because I meant what I said. Everything. But because you were like, all right, I get where he coming from. That's the only reason why I was like, all right, cool. Let me see. So we're gonna see right now, chat. We're gonna see right now
I'm looking for the other part because it was in September when the game was out, and I have to go.
because
Twitter makes it hard to
even C
research stuff,
four
but
he's saying he's on, even C4 is saying he's on your side with this one. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
let me find the actual tweet.
I C4, I don't, I will not. You know what I'm saying? I would not if we. That's what I'm saying. I need full context. I need full on context. Because what you're saying is true. If Yaya has a responsibility, so does Bum, to be fair. Even if Bum doesn't play 2xKO, he was dunking on the game that hard to thousands of heads. So here's my counter to that before we get into full content, why he finds the tweet. Right. Matter of fact, Yaya, while you look for the tweets and everything like that, I'm gonna respond to chat and then we're gonna go ahead
Oh
and we'll
yeah.
move from there. So that way you can take your time on finding the tweet. So let's see. Let's start. Yeah, let's start right there. What C4 was saying. So you're saying he has a responsibility for dunking on the game, even if he doesn't play it. My thing is this, right? Like, if you don't like something, but you want it to succeed, put it like this: there's a way. I still dunk on Bandai, even though Fighters is a Bandai game. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it could be like it seems counterproductive, but I'm attacking the producer because of the product that we're getting. If so, I'm gonna handle it differently. When it comes to a game like Hunter x Hunter, yeah, eat a dick. That game is ass. You know what I'm saying? That game is ass. But I am not a proponent of trying to build up that game. To be fair, and I know Bum's been around for a minute. But I started to know Bum from the DBFZ shit. That's when I learned about Bum. So for me, the way I view Bum as a DBFZ pioneer, facts, pioneer. So if Bum was dunking on fighters, which he has, he's been honest, but he's still doing for the he's slapping them with one hand and coddling them with another. He's slapping them like, yo, fuck you, do better. But then he's rubbing their back like, nah, we still gonna run these tournaments. We're still gonna try and build the player base up. And we still gonna try to make sure that people know about this game and the hype behind it. That's productive. That's what helps gets eyes on the product so Bandai can know this game still has life. You know what I'm saying? When he dunks on the 2xKO, he has no dog in the fight. That's not he's never hosted a tournament for that game. He has nothing to do. He's not affiliated with that game. He wants nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, in that regard, it's a lot different. At least in my viewpoint. You know what I mean? If he's put it like this, if you're not invested to it, if you're not connected to it, there's a lot you could be a lot more callous with the game. And you don't need to be calculated with it. You know what I mean? So that's my point there. And now let's see what's going on.
Still
Now,
trying to get.
no, go ahead, take your time. Stark says, people really be beefing on Twitter. I mean, that's on them. Buddy was wishing the game died. I can't speak on that. I don't know why he did. But again, why did he say that though? Why did he say he wishes the game died? Like that's why I'm saying we need full context. I do not. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm
So I
saying.
found I have the image of it. I can't find the tweet because Twitter's not letting me pull it up at the moment. But the point still stands. Bone was like, unfollow me. And I was like, no, man, because I support you and I just want to have an honest conversation. And then I said, "This is you because I didn't take time to hit on follow, right?" And then he said I was obsessed with him and trying to make myself look. I'm like, "What are you talking about? We just talking about a video game."
Hold on, hold on. I want to make sure.
I
Chat
literally
this.
sent you the
No,
screenshot.
no,
Like
no.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
not.
No, no. I
Yeah,
want. Yeah, I want the chat to see it. I want the chat to see it.
yeah.
So this is the image he's referring to. So which comes first, the tweet that you sent or this image?
So the tweet that I sent was the one above, right?
That comes first, right? Okay, so let's do
That
it in
that
order.
comes
All
first.
right, so let's
Yes.
let's do this in order. Let's do this properly.
'Cause- So let me give you context.
Okay.
So before that, he was like, "Shut up talking about 2SKO, right? Unfollow me." And I was like, "Bro, no, we having a conversation about 2SKO and fighting games and free to play." He goes, "This is you because I didn't take the time to hit unfollow you." Now the Tanjiro tweet comes when the Riot Games shut down 80 jobs and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that if you've seen that happen on Twitter when they came out and said they fired a lot of people,
Yes.
and then he came under my tweet laughing right out of nowhere, the oldest tweet.
Yeah, no, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Me and Starks are on the same page right here. Where did this start? Like, this is what I mean by full context. I get what you're coming from, but we need full context.
If I could go back into September 28 and get it, I will give you the full context.
So yeah,
Let me
I
see.
mean, and like,
But let it know. But it's crazy that you have to even do that because I showed you what he said.
no, I'm
Like I
gonna
didn't
and I'm
like
gonna
like
read it, and I'm gonna read it. But what I'm
no
saying
no.
is, when
But I'm saying look at my tweet. It's a brick wall, and his tweet does not warrant that. No way humanly possible. That's crazy that you still need that. Like not to come at you like that, but
no,
it
go
sounds
for it,
like
go for it.
fanboyism. You know what I'm
No, no,
saying? That's
no,
what it
no. I'm
sounds
a, I'm
like.
a, I'm gonna keep it 100. I play favorites. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I'm
Okay,
being
then that's fair then. All right, cool. At
no,
least you
no,
said that.
yeah, no. I play favorites. I really play favorites. Like I'm super biased. So that's what I'm saying. If you want me to come out my body and come at bum, like I need full context. Until then, like I'm gonna be I'm super biased. He can't. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna read all of this. I'm gonna read all of this. You know what I'm saying? And if the moment y'all get full context, I'll okay, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I'm not even sorry. Like I play favorites. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I really do. So yeah. Let's read the tweet though. Um, you said one. You told me my life was worthless months ago. Now, in any way, shape, or form, that is a crazy. That's that's heavy. But if
And
you
mind you, hold on before you go further. Before you go further, I have to say this. I unfollowed him and followed his wishes after he said that at that point. I didn't talk to Bum. I didn't say nothing about Bum. I let it go. And he comes back to me on February 9th, September, October, November, December, January, February, like almost 3, 4, 5 months later to come back to me when you said leave him alone. Like, ain't that childish? Like, am I wrong? Am I crazy for not wanting to ever want to talk to Bum again?
no, no, no. If you don't want to talk to him, that's cool. But like, I'm willing to come at like I came at Hook. You saw that. I came at Alucard. You saw that. You know what I'm saying? And I even like even with them, they're fight. That's home base. So I'm not even gonna go at them like too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I will call it out. Like even this one part right here, life is worthless. Like that's a crazy statement. But depending on how firm the beef is, like it some shit is some shit is like that, bro. Some shit is where it's just like, all right, bro, it's fuck you for life. I don't care what it is, and that's then nigga, yeah, that's beef. You know what I'm saying? Like what be over to yo? Some you can't tell somebody how to beef. Somebody step niggas died over the niggas getting their shoes stepped on because they got a fresh pair of ups and they lost his life. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell nigga what to beef about. You know what I'm saying? Like and again, like I'm not about to sit up here and act like I'm going to be objective. And if there's full context, yeah, all right, bro. Then yeah. And even without the full context, that one statement I said that was crazy. But depending on how far the
Yeah,
beef is, like you know what I mean? Like I can say I understand. You know what I
I'm
mean?
looking for it. I figured out how to do advanced search
I can
now.
tell them what to, but you can't look at. Hold on. So, well, let's read the tweet. Let's continue to read the tweet. Swag, I'm gonna get into what you said, and yeah, and unfollow, leave you alone, and I respect your wishes. Two, I'm sorry your old depressed ass thinks it's funny to laugh at people getting laid off and losing jobs. Congratulations, you're right. What a weirdo. And thank you for supporting a game that didn't even care about you or your community for years. And that was off a quote tweet of him laughing over you saying 2XKO is the team slash devs where literally everything FGC has been bitching about for the last 5 to 10 years. Motherfuckers get in, then the goalpost changes to shit you didn't even care about before. I already lost multiverse. I can't lose 2XKO2. It seems like he just don't like 2XKO2, but that's not what Bum was saying. Like, yeah, like he okay. Um all right. And then the tweet, the brick wall shit. Let's go to that real quick. So this is you because I didn't take the time to hit unfollow. Can y'all see the brick wall? All right. But you look, and then Bum said, "Nah, you just obsessed with me and try to make yourself look cool. But you look stupid and desperate for attention when a nigga tell you to unfollow me, and you still following them." And now, see that right there. You said you've done the same thing in this chat alone, and we've all seen it. You was like, "All right, I'm leaving," and then you didn't leave. You was like, "All right, bro, let's talk," and then you didn't want to talk initially. So you do a lot of that shit where you say something,
Okay.
and
When
then
I
you
said I
don't.
was leaving, I was being sarcastic. Like I'm turning this shit
Well,
off. I
no,
didn't mean.
well, that's but again, you only know what you can see through. Like you can't. This is why it's important to have these kind of conversations, right? Because you can
Yeah, but I
you can.
also stay afterwards. That's what I'm saying. Like if I was really leaving, we wouldn't be here right now. You get what I'm saying?
No, I do, but I'm speaking on the Bum situation where he's you can't tell tone or get the proper amount of context through a tweet. That's why niggas be going off on tweets like this because you can only gauge what you can gauge, right? So when he's seeing this shit, you know, you said, "All right, I'm gonna respect your wishes, unfollow you, this and this," and you didn't.
I cannot pull that shit up. I
You
did unfollow him. I'm not following him now. I did it when he asked.
Oh, so you're saying he's misunderstanding? So how
He
did you
just
see?
didn't look.
No, wait. So how did he get? How did he see this tweet then?
I unfollowed him. You can still tweet people you don't follow
No, but how is he? How are you popping up on his TL if he unfollowed you or doesn't follow you?
because he tweeted about 2SKO. I
Yes.
thought the take was bad. I went on and I was like, hey man,
No,
I
no,
don't think
but
that's
wait,
necessarily
but no,
true.
no. My thing is, for the people I unfollow, I don't see their tweets.
That's not how Twitter works, and especially in the last 5 years.
If
If
that's
you
true,
have people that
if
if you
that's
have
true,
people
then
that
I
follow somebody, if you have somebody that follows somebody and like a tweet, it will curate based on the timeline to put in your algorithm.
I guess I'll
That's
say
why
that.
that's why they have a for you and following page.
That's fair. All right, so then I would say, like, well, no, because you, all right, basically, all right, I get it. All right, this, okay, all right. Hey, all right, okay. Th- this is a lot of. This is why I asked for full context because this shit is like, all right. The one thing I will say, saying someone's life is worthless is crazy. We could stop and start there, right? So I'll give you that. But everything else, like, it seems like a lot of hard opinions where you have a hard stance, he has a hard stance, and you guys aren't budging, and you guys are willing to get vile with your take, which is like fair play. Like, fuck it. I really like
I,
my.
I
Go ahead.
So let me say this about Bum. I'm sorry to cut you off because it's like
No,
I
go for it.
tried to like what we did today. I
Yes.
was trying to do that. I try to do that with everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
C4 knows I've done it on Mike Hollow stream, right? If I get the chance to talk to him, I talk to him,
Mm-hmm.
right? In that case, I got to talk to him. Bum didn't one. I gave him a chance. I was like, hey, let's talk about it. I said, let's talk about it on the stream, etc.
Has he
He
ever
said, no,
spoken
I'm
to you
stupid.
live before?
No, he hasn't spoken to me live before. I was like, hey, let's talk this out. We can talk about it on the stream. And if I
So
sound stupid, you can clip it from me.
no. So here, right here, right here, right. Like Bum being Bum and you being you, even you know how south shit can go when somebody's like, "Yo, let's talk," and then they try. That's why I said to you, and I'm me, and I'm smaller, like in scale. in comparison to you, and I still had to go about it like, man, he might be saying, yeah, let's talk, and then just try to nuke me for content. And I'm a little guy. And I before you even got in the chat, I'm pretty sure you heard me say, "Hey, if you want to turn this into some content shit, you're gonna get what you're looking for. But if you want to have a real conversation, all right, let's do it." People of bum stature and even your stature, you guys can like you guys can kill that shit at the door essentially. Like I'm not even about to what? And nobody can vouch for you. That's team me. That's like, nah, matter of fact, bro, let him go ahead and live, bro. Let him go ahead and da da da. You know what I'm saying? To be fair, let's keep it all the way, right? Let's keep it all the way.
Mhm.
Me being me, like I went off on you, whatever. Stand firm on that shit, right? But at the end of the day, I have to think 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, in terms of what is that gonna do to my image as a crash out, right? People won't people will only look for me to as the crash out guy and not be able to be willing to have these kind of conversations. So I have to know, especially building a brand, because this is all this shit is, right? It's brand building, networking, and etc. I have to be like, yo, bro, all right. You stand firm, you talk your shit and everything like that. But when it's time to have that conversation, unless you don't want to be known as the nigga that's down to have conversations, do that. But I'm like this in real life. Ask my friends. You know what I mean? If you were to ask my friends and anybody, yeah, I will crash out. All that shit. But I'm also down to get in the weeds and have a real conversation. You know what I mean? Um.
Right.
So, and I wanted that to be known online as well, for as I'm trying to build up the stream and shit like that. Because you don't know, you just don't know. I've gotten cool with people in real life that I crashed out on, and they crashed out on me, and we became good people. Like we talked. And that would have been a missed opportunity if I was just trying to be an asshole. But that's my personal experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I approach it with everything. So, but when you already are established, you don't got to play by those rules. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, I found it. I found it. Now I remember the whole context too. So here we go. Here's the thread. And I'm gonna explain this off to everybody. Right.
okay,
So for people that don't know, uh, Killer Cam, I guess he's a fighters player, right?
okay,
Oh, my fucking headphones keep doing this shit. It's pissing me off. But hello?
yeah,
Yeah, we don't do this normally. But all right. Regardless, so when it comes to this whole ordeal, right? Killer Cam was asking for Bomb to upload a VOD from Heatwave years ago, right? The whole thread, Bomb was like, that everybody was talking about Bomb like behind doors, like, yo, Bomb is going crazy or something right now, something like that. I was like, you know what? Let's leave it alone. So, dude been asked him to upload his tournament VOD stuff for a long period of time. And dude even came at him respectfully in the thread. He said, I don't care how old it was, I ain't even mad no more, but I will speak on it because it shouldn't have happened and y'all let it go with no care in the world. So yeah, in that case, I am serious. Now he said that the most respectfully but dead ass way possible. Right? Bomb goes, nigga, the archive is up. Go look at my Twitch archives if you so concerned about that, and do the editing if you looking to do highlights. Nigga, act like he put the money and time into the event. Listen, go do that complaining elsewhere, my dude. Nigga still mad, obviously, to complain about something from 2 years ago. As a TO, right, a tournament organizer, you should always have, unless it's certain circumstances, a way for your players to get footage, video of the stuff that's in there. Especially most of the cases, you make them sign off a waiver. But Bomb just like, hey, come through. Whatever happened happens. You get what I'm saying? No corporate shit on that, right? He said, cool, enjoy your day. And I'm like, Bum, he said, all I'm saying is take it poundingly, bro. That is shit. That shit is lame. Shit for you to get mad. I don't give a fuck. I don't cool if you call out the bullshit. That's just how I feel right now, personally. He said, cool, enjoy your day. And then dude kind of pushed at that point because Bum was kind of like, all right, whatever. That's what his reply was, right? Because he didn't take accountability. That reply was like, whatever, man, move around. Dude came out. He said, "Hey, bro, on the real, you the type to never admit you fucked up on some shit, and you just don't take accountability, and that's cool." I said what I had to say. I ain't even gonna bring it up no more. But yeah, zero accountability for sure. Now enjoy your day, right? And then he said, "You don't know me, Killer Cam." This is when it get really disrespectful because it made it seem like at that point, Buddy was being disrespectful, but Bum could have said, "Hey, my bad." A lot of people had the same problem with Bum that they say he don't take accountability. I don't know Bum like that. I'm not gonna judge him from that mirror. That's none of my fucking business, right? So then Bum says to him, he said, "You don't know me, Killer Cam. You just salty because you got second place and didn't upload the matches to my YouTube. The matches are literally up on Twitch. Go enjoy your weekend instead of worrying about some shit from 2 years ago. Take care, and if you that solid, just unfollow me and go about your life. Simple." And I'm like, that's not right to say about one of your players in your tournament. Like, damn, if I got second, I'm gonna ass to you. Like that's how you moving. That's how you feeling right now,
Hmm.
right? So then I go, this is so messed up, man, to say, because I wanted to be a part of bum tournaments because I was planning on going there next year.
Right,
What
right.
if I somehow got second or top eight, but now my shit don't get uploaded because I didn't get first place? I've had that happen in the Smash community, right? Wizard World 2016, I got top eight with a week one cloud, right? They ain't uploaded because they was like, we don't know who you are. I don't think it'll do good at the time. That's what they literally told me. That's bullshit, right? So when it comes down to that, I go down the rabbit hole. I'm like, okay, cool, yada yada, whatever, whatever, right? He said, "Bomb." He came out again and said something, and I said, "No, I told him in a reply earlier, I'm not unfollowing you because I don't have problems with you. I just have problems with how you articulate your thoughts on games that you don't care about. It sounds like hate." And then he came under that tweet where I said, "This is so messed up. Nigga, you still following me. Please stop following me as well. You been on this silly shit ever since I said what about your favorite fighting game. You know damn well 2SKO is not my favorite fighting game, so he's saying shit to piss me off." Right? He said, "I thought you was going to unfollow me. I told you the exact opposite. Because I want to talk this out and have a grown man interaction." He said, "Please do it now and stop interacting with me." So now I'm pissed. And to be fair, I quote tweet him with a Michael Jordan meme, right? I quote tweet him with a Michael Jordan meme. He's like, "Stop it. Get some help." Right? And then I was like, "You see the word Riot Games have a brain aneurysm. You've been acting crazy since people challenged your opinion on 2SKO. And again, like I said, nobody said you were wrong, my nigga." He says the fact what you said to him is crazy, and all he asks for a bob, but it's okay, man. Do you? For me, that's just disrespectful to come to your event. Imagine going to Evo and Angry Bird gets second or some shit like that. They were like, "We ain't uploading that. We don't even care for real. We not putting that shit up on YouTube." You know
Was
how pissed
so
niggas would
so
be?
so you're saying he didn't upload the grand finals, or he didn't upload his whole entire
He didn't
run?
upload it at all. It's been on his Twitch for 3 years at this point,
Okay, continue.
right? So I was like, "Bomb." Every time somebody say something different that you don't like about 2SKO, right? He crashes out. He goes very negative and crazy about it. Like, for example, if somebody roasted Marvel Rivals, Bomb be like, "Nah, man, it ain't like that." I say something that challenges opinion on 2SKO, "You're just a fucking riot shield. You weirdo. You're stupid." That's how Bomb talk about Riot Games for some reason. I get it. Riot sucks in a lot of ways, but damn, bro, the team has made a fighting game. People that make the shit you like. The shit that changed your life. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm like, he said, "Did you know what crash out means? You don't want to follow me looking for anything negative." I haven't tweeted him for like a month or so beforehand because I was about to ask Bum about are you going to host Hunter x Hunter or 2SK on his thing, but I realized he was hating on this shit. Right? I moved on across and I said, "Hey man, let's talk about it." He didn't want to do that. I was like, "Okay, cool." And saying, and I literally replied to him and said, "Fam, all you had to say was, I'll get around to it, my bad." But you type in many paragraphs, you couldn't instantly say, "Oh, my bad, man, but whatever, good life." That was me exiting right there. He said, "And still following me. This nigga is obsessed with me." I'm like, "I never said I have a problem with you at that point." And then I was like, "This is you because I didn't take the time to unfollow." And that's when he said, "Fuck y'all. Your life was worthless."
Okay. So can you send the tweet? So
I sent the tweet. I put it all. I put it. Oh, my bad.
no, yeah.
I legitimately read all that and didn't send it. My fault.
Okay. So
Send it to somebody else.
all right. So I'm a stand like this, right? First and foremost, in like just as the bar. You know what I'm saying? I do play favorites. Bum did a lot for me behind the scenes when I was trying to build up my Discord and the community and shit like that, and just get me right on my toes and everything like that. And and he's done a lot for a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get tweeted about. So it's shit like that that it's just like that's why I ride so hard for Bum, and especially what he did for the community as a whole. Now, I just want to put a pin on that. Like so that's where you can understand where my biases come from. Now, in that same vein, like wrong is wrong for sure. And just like if I did some fuck shit, right? I would expect for people to hold me to account. You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't just hold me account for my dumb shit. Hold me accountable for my fly shit as well. And to be fair as well, before I go on and launch with my point, I said very first sentence in that with the original tweet you sent me. I was like, all right, bro, that ain't that. You know what I mean? And like I stand firm on that. Like I talk a lot of shit. You talking the king shit talk over here, bro. There's a certain level I won't go to unless you're an actual how can I better say this? A lot of people say there's beef on Twitter, right? And there's beef over here. There's beef there, like the way I register beef is like when I see you, it's up, like it's up, like anything can happen. You know what I mean? Like anything. This is just a crazy conversation. Like y'all are just in the cafeteria just yelling at each other. This isn't beef. Like the word beef gets used too casually for me to really take when niggas say there's beef seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like when there's
I
beef,
feel you, but if it was high school, I would have swung off that nigga for saying that.
that's cool. And he in the from the way he's talking, it goes both ways. So okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So now that you say that, him saying what he says is like okay. You know what I mean? Like like his statement of saying like your life is worthless now makes sense is what I'm saying. So now I don't even look at that tweet crazy because if it's on some shit like when I see you is up, okay. That's all well and good. There's no what do they say? There's no rules in love and war, whatever the fuck. Yeah, bro, that's one of them things. So now all of this makes more sense. So like you're saying, fam, you've been crashing it. Or let's go to the original tweet and then let's he probably tweeted under that. Dun, 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 boom. Okay, so now in terms of like the uploading and shit like that, right? I don't know the like to be fair, you're saying that people sign off on waivers and all this other shit like that when they go to these tournaments and Bum he does it kind of like off the books. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I did not know how the game goes. I thought every fight from everybody gets uploaded. Unless if it's a stream fight, it gets uploaded. I did not know that there was shit in place to have your shit uploaded. To be fair though, to be fair, like nah for real swag. Like there's a lot of you know what I'm saying. Like this, yeah, bro. Cause anyways, um, as a content nigga, you can't like when I first went to Joe Budden's stream, um, I don't know if you know Joe Budden, but he's one of them. Like he's gonna really talk shit to you, and he's got like 90 niggas in his chat, all of his minions willing to talk shit to you as well. Da, da, da. They got hella content off that, and it's not like they let me know. Oh yeah, go over here for the content. Da, da, da. There's been other people that I've done content with that didn't tag me or didn't give me the look. That I had to go manually do all this shit. Cause if you want it like that, you can't rely on somebody else to be like, oh, where my video at? When the if the whole 8 hour VOD is there and you're just like, yo, can you cut it down for no. If I didn't already do it. Granted, you're right. He came in second place. Why isn't that VOD there? I can agree that is kind of it's suspect to say the least. I don't know why any of his street at least the grand finals one. Maybe not his whole run, but apparently what you're saying is he got to grand finals and he didn't upload grand finals.
Nope, he ain't uploaded at all. You can go look at the tweet. It's
I
the whole thing.
like
It, it,
I've never like I've never experienced that before. I've just never experienced that before. So there's two things I'm willing to be like, okay, that's one is like, damn, you didn't have to take it that far, and another one is like, that's kind of weird. I don't understand this. Took it too far when you said life is meaningless, but it makes sense because you guys were already on that type of time with each other. All right, cool. So fuck it. Two, C4. I'm doing it right now. I'm making 2 points. I bro, I'm making 2 points right now. One, him saying that is not okay about the life being gone, right? Two, but no. You're about to make me say get in the call, bro. You gonna have to jump in the call because like I'm laying out the points right now. I'm laying them out right now. And the second point is him not uploading grand finals is suspect. That I admitted to all of that. I admitted to all of that. So that's bro swag. So what you want me to say it? You want me to deliver it in a way that I'm not willing to deliver it, but I'm still stating it. There's a corporate fuck you. There are corporate fuck yous. There are corporate. This is not okay. There are there's ways to go about it. I am not delivering it in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said both of the points, and I didn't even go through the rest of his tweets. That I was like, I didn't know that, and that's not okay. You know what I'm saying? So to move on from that, if you even with that being said, even with that being said, as a player, and I've had to do this myself. You didn't upload grand finals. He admitted I didn't upload grand finals. Fine. Now it's up to you to all right, but it's not like he took down the entire VOD. Go find the VOD and chop it and do it. We've all had to do that as content creators. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that, but at the same time, like if you run in a tournament and you know you upload the
but
VODs,
wait, but right there, no, what you're about to say is something that I already said was weird. I already said that. So what? Like now it's like y'all want me to really just clothesline the nigga. I told you, I'm big bias towards Bum, and I told you, B, the first thing he said before you even gave me context, I was like, that's not okay. Your life is meaningless is crazy, and I talk a lot of shit. And then C, once you told me, yo, he got in second place, is documented, and he didn't upload the grand finals, I said immediately that is suspect. So, what else for off the dribble from that right there? What else do you want me to say? It's the same thing like with the hook take. I was like, what do you want me to say about that? I said it already. That Alucard tweet made the most sense for me to go off on. Because that Alucard tweet was DBFC directed and it was a dunk. And I went at it and I was like, I don't fuck with that either. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, where do am I missing something? Because I'm gonna go down the tweet in 4K with everyone, so we can all be in on it. You know what I'm saying? So you tell me, Yaya, and then I'll go read the chat as well. Y'all tell me, am I missing something? Because I'm looking at it like I'm everything that I saw that I felt, me personally, that I felt was weird. I was like, yo, that was weird. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, the thing is that I know you're biased towards Bum in that way, but I feel like it's just simple as Bum is wrong. Like in all areas of this conversation is just Bum being wrong.
Bum
So
being
it's
wrong,
like
like
it's like I can't change. Like I'm not trying to change your opinion about it, but like just as a general conversation, man to man, human type of thing,
mhm.
the way he acted sounded like he had a fucking virus in his brain and crashed out on not just me. It's a whole bunch of other group of people.
Put it like this, right? People think I'm wrong about my Mike Hollow take. People think I'm wrong about the way I come at Bandai. People think I'm wrong about the way I go about making content. You know what I'm saying? Who is the arbiter of what's right and wrong? If you feel it's a personal affront, that's on you to download and process that. But to say something is like, put it like this, huh? Huh, huh. There's things in this world, and I hope that you get it when I say it off the rip. There's things that's going on in this world actively that we all know are wrong, but people still don't agree with that. Politically, all of it. So to say something is widespread wrong is a matter of opinion. There's a lot of weird shit going on in the world today that I hope y'all can make a picture, because if y'all make me make the picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should be categorically wrong. But yet and still, not everybody can agree. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, right? C4, you're saying I'm compromised over some shit, like, the difference is you're saying that, but you're failing to acknowledge the fact that I've acknowledged. You want me to say he's wrong widespread. He's just flat out wrong across the board. I'm saying he's wrong in these areas. I've said see, and the thing is that's the nuance of it all. I said you were wrong, C4, when you didn't get on Bandai when you had the opportunity to get on Bandai. But I attacked that one singular issue. I didn't attack you widespread about your opinions on. That's what I'm saying. You want me to say that Bum is widespread wrong about how he's handling certain shit. When in aspects I said the two things that he's wrong about in context with nuance, he's wrong here, he's wrong there. Y'all want me to package deal this whole shit and be like, yeah, now all you need to do, Noah, is package it together, put a bow on it, and be like, he's wrong everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, because I don't like to do this. This isn't my bag. The shit that y'all on. Hey yo, look, y'all can jump in the cord. Jump in the cord. Let's have this talk. Jump in the cord. Y'all know my C4. I'm inviting you right now. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. I don't do this. I don't do this. So swag. You wanna say something? Starks, you wanna say something? Anybody in the chat that's got something to say, get in the court. I don't do this back and forth. That's not my bag. That's not my bag. That is not my bag.
Yo, what's good?
Go for it. You got the floor.
Hello.
All right, first off, what's good? Appreciate you having this stream, having y'all on, so y'all could have y'all, differences, talk it out. Y'all fuck with that. I respect that. All right. Two things. As far as the Killer Cam thing, Cam was hitting them up, boom, like, yo, you didn't upload the vibes, whoop de whoop, y'all went over it. Ghost said, not Ghost, sorry. Bum said what he said, and then I replied to Bum, like, for me, example, like how I'm involved. I said, yo, Bum, that's kind of fucked up. You ain't got to say that to him. Mind you, I'm not taking sides. I'm just like, yo, I respect Bum, right? That's kind of messed up. You don't have to say that. This was when he was on his tirade shit and was like, you can unfollow me too, matter of fact. And I was like, I got no beef with you. I'm just saying, like, the way how I am, if you respect somebody enough, you can tell them, like, yo, you kind of wilding out, like, you going doing the most. He was wilding out. I'm like, all right. I said, all right, cool, respect. You got it, and I just unfollowed him, kept it moving. What I was typing in chat to you about, Noah, is or trying to clarify. I was just saying, I acknowledge that you even said to yourself that you're going to be biased towards Bum for what he did for you and how he's helped with the community. Cool, I understand that. But at the same time, what Yaya is trying to get at is that there should be just a simple, he's in the wrong, this, time, third. But I also get your point of view of the corporate fuck you, which I acknowledge is a thing. That's why I was trying to make sure you understood my POV of, yes, I understand that's a thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because obviously, if you read it in chat, nuance, tone, how you say shit doesn't come across the same way versus if you try to explain something.
And
But that's why.
that's exactly why I'm getting you in the call, because
Yeah.
the clicky clack back and forth shit is cool for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully,
Yeah.
but
No, yeah, I feel you.
but is when the convo is like, that's the I'm not about to keep going back and forth with chat, and it's
All right,
nothing,
I feel you.
and it's nothing and I hope y'all don't take it the wrong way when I say that. It's just like, there's just no way. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, even if we don't end on terms of like, yeah, we agree,
at
and
least we've had a
yeah,
conversation in the first
and
place to be like,
right,
okay, I
r-
see where he's coming from. I may not agree
that's
with
it.
him,
That's
but
it.
at least I know the mindset of like,
Right, and
I at
we
least have a better understanding. I'm like, okay,
correct, and we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
As long as we're able to leave the conversation with understanding. You can
Like a
understand
mutual
somebody
thing.
and not agree with that somebody that you understand. I could get you could get
Yeah,
it, but no, you know what I'm saying. But Starks is
yeah.
here. Go ahead, Starks.
Yeah, no, my first thing was, were these private messages or was this like in Discord where everybody sees, or like how did this even start?
In what regard? Like, what do you mean specifically? Like, how did what
Like when
start?
people were asking him for the stuff and they were like questioning him or whatever, not the Twitter stuff, but like the other stuff.
Cam, from what I remember, asked him about it, and apparently him and Bum, he said they talked about it in DMs before, but the reason it came up was Bum having some discussion about something else, and that's what made Cam bring it up to him in the first place. And so that's why they had their back and forth going over it. And so when he said what he
All
said
through
about
this
him
time.
with the second place, I was like, all right, that's kind of that had nothing to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like saying somebody you salty because you got second place, which don't make sense because
But
if
look,
I'm
here's
salty, I
my
got
thing.
second. Why would I want the
I don't know
VOD
the
uploaded?
details. I don't know the full
But
details, but I'm just
obviously,
saying,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I feel like if you originally come through private messages, say, hey, look, I'm looking for this, I need this. I personally can't see how that would turn into something bad. I mean, it could. I'm not saying it's not possible,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I don't know the full context, so it just sounds messy. Like it sounds,
I could see that, but at the same time, if somebody is speaking on something, and then you see that, and then in your mind, you're like, well, you saying one thing, but this your actions are another thing. You get what I'm saying? Like if
that's
you
what I'm saying.
say
If you don't know the full context, if you don't know how the conversation started, then
but
how
that's the
would you
thing though.
know?
But that's why. Like I think even Bum showed screenshots, and then him and Cam went back and forth, and Cam was like, "Yeah, we talked about it," and then it went nowhere. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely my
That's
opinion.
the
I don't.
hypocrisy. Like, that's the hypocrisy. Which again, that's their thing. That's why I'm like not even going further deep with that.
Yeah,
But as far as that's why I'm like only focusing like when it strayed away from the topic at hand. Once it went to just personal shots and stuff, that's when I'm like, all right, that I was like, bum, that ain't, call for like I respect you. You ain't had to say that to him. Like that didn't have to do with the,
yeah, that's all. That's all
that's
personal
all I'm
opinions,
saying.
like person
That
by
thing,
person. It's like it depending on my relationship with somebody, or if they said that to me, maybe I would take it serious, maybe I wouldn't. It all just depends.
yeah, because like
But
saying
see,
to somebody, you haven't done nothing with yourself since then. This means so much to you. You that's all. It's like, you kind of dragging it. Now it wasn't
you,
that crazy. Like
but
you didn't have to say that.
but again, you can't tell someone how to respond off of just anything. You know what I mean? Like
So
I can respond. Hold up. So like
go ahead, go ahead.
you can say something, right? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
if I take it a certain way, if I like bro jumped in, Yaya jumped in the chat and was like whatever, however he was, right? And I'm like, yo, bro, if if he took it away when I was going, because I was going in on bro, you know what I'm saying? And I meant every word.
yeah,
I still
yeah.
do mean every word. If he took it like, oh, this and this and this, whatever, that's on him.
Hmm.
What you say, like what I eat don't make you shit, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I
how
feel.
you take it, that's on you. That's on you. Like that's it, and that's all I'm saying. So you're saying like, oh, bum, he's dragging it to, but for bum, if you're already coming for anybody, if you already come at me
Yeah, see, I
adversarially,
kind of agree with that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you come at me in an adversarial way, or I feel, because again, this is on Twitter. This isn't like this right here where you can tell the tone. Everyone's giving each other turns to talk. We know what kind of, when you go on Twitter and you make a controversial tweet, you know how this shit can go. And
I've seen it before. Yeah, I get you.
if you're not willing to dance in that level of nuance with that level of understanding, and then yo, bro, what? That's
So that's why I feel you on that. So but that's the thing. I get what you're saying. Like obviously how somebody reacts to something, you can't be a judge like, oh well they shouldn't react like that. Got you.
yes, right.
However, that's a two-way street too. Because yeah, you can react, let's say I say something to you, right? And
Yes,
you react however level.
yes.
That don't mean that I still can't or anyone else can't either judge how you reacted or have something to say about how you reacted. Hey, how you react is how you react, but how I respond to that
No,
it goes
and
the same
no.
way.
So, but you're
You feel me?
speaking on.
But that's why.
No,
But
I do feel it. Go ahead. You're right.
hold on. But in the Twitter aspect, right?
Yes.
When I was replying to Bum or Yaya or whoever, specifically me or Yaya, I understand what you mean about how people make comments. Obviously, you don't know how they say it.
Yeah.
When I replied to him, I said word for word, like I made it a point to be like, hey, I understand this is Twitter, so I understand like reading words like this is just gonna probably miss points or tones, whatever. Like, I'm just saying respectfully, this is how I came across. Cool. How he react is how he react. All I'm saying is this is the issue that Yaya had with it. Now, I'm not saying y'all got to agree. I'm not saying at all. That's
Mm-hmm.
not the point of this. That's not the point at all. I want to
Mm-hmm.
make that clear. You gave your
100.
reasons. You feel me? I'm like, all right, cool. I understand that. I respect that. I
Mm-hmm.
respect that. I still have respect for Bum. Do I think what he has been doing is corny? Yeah, but I understand the mindset. It's just the way he's been going about it is what I'm like. That's what you put yourself in these positions where even if let's say his words are being twisted, right? Let's say I
Yeah.
grant you that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your name? Start. Let's say I grant you that with the whole laughing emoji thing, right? Under the post. So if his laughing emojis has to do with people saying he was wrong, it's like cool. But you can't fault someone for thinking he's laughing at someone losing a job if it's
No,
literally under a post about
I
people losing
understand
a
why
job.
people misinterpreted it, but they still misinterpreted it. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
but that's like saying but that's like no, I'm not laughing at these people in the accident. I'm laughing at the faulty engineering. But it's a post
mm,
about the accident. It's a like you feel like
kind
it's
of,
the
sure,
same
but not
concept.
exactly. But
It's
I
the
get what you're
same
saying. I
concept.
get, like I
Yeah.
said, I get why
It's a
people,
tricky thing. Like again,
yeah.
he may as well he probably wasn't even really laughing at that. He more so at just Riot's handling of things. Cool. I'm just saying it's like, all right, you making it hard, bum. Like, come on, my nigga. Like I whether or not I like you personally, they don't fucking matter because I don't know you personally. Do you
Mm-hmm.
do dickheaded shit to me? Yeah, but like I still have respect for what you've done. You know, that's why
But
it's like for
but
me, it's not ain't no personal shit. It's like
no, but
it's
what you
just
said.
certain things.
But what you said right there is what was lost in the initial conversation that I was having with Yaya in terms of how you just admitted that is a you can't interpretation on the internet through text is
Yeah,
insane.
like you
Like
can't
I'm
expect everybody to
right. Like what the
have an
fuck?
understanding.
So in that vein, when somebody when I personally feel like when I see something and I process it as
Hmm.
this is foul, that's what I go back to those two main points. When he said your life is meaningless or is worth nothing, essentially telling yourself to do what just it's chopped, get out of here. It's crazy. And two,
Hmm.
the whole not uploading grand finals of a tournament that you hosted. I'm not okay. That for me requires no nuance. But I mean, yeah. So but in the same vein, when Yaya said, yo, if I seen him, it would have been up. Now, Bum's tweet after the fact when he said your life is meaningless. Now it all makes sense. But when I say that in the context of how the conversation was going,
Can
no, and
I
I
can I ask you a question real quick?
absolutely,
My fault, I didn't
absolutely.
mean to interrupt,
No,
but
go, but no, go
that
for it.
part there. But when
Mm-hmm.
you said when y'all said if he's seen him in person, like you feel me, like it been up, you rock this shit, right? And you said it makes sense. Like, what do you mean by that part? Like him saying your life
If
is
you if you
meaningless,
if you already are of the if you already have energy towards me to where you feel like if you were to see me in that moment when we were having our back and forth, it would have been combat.
right? Right.
I'm already like, so I can say whatever then because we're already
But
here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
there.
but that's not
but
that's
what
that
Yaya
ain't
was
fair,
saying
though.
was
That ain't
that
fair.
hold on. But I think now I could be wrong, and Yaya, if you're still here, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But when Yaya was explaining that portion to you,
Yes.
the way he to me it came across was if they were in person saying these things. You feel me? Like if they was in person saying these things, and then he said that to him,
That's exactly
your
what I
life is
meant.
okay. That's what I thought. Like, let's say
Oh, okay. All
no,
right.
like let's say like no, let's say me and you in person. We having our discussion, same way they doing it there. Like,
Yes.
that's kind of messed up. You didn't upload it,
Yes.
man. Whatever. If you want to, right. And then you said that your life is meaningless to me
Oh,
in
okay.
person.
Okay.
That's what he
Okay.
meant.
That's
That's
what
what
he.
he meant.
Okay. So I
That's why
misunderstood.
I was
All right.
confused. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Got you.
That's why he said in that moment he would have. had
I
to do what he
misunderstood.
do,
I thought
which is understandable.
I had the sequencing of that mixed up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
there
It
was smoke
was
like that before he said that.
no,
So I
no,
all
no,
right,
no,
I
yeah.
no.
was a fan.
Hold on. That's why Stark when me and Stark was conversating in chat and you was saying like kind of something like instinct. I was like Yaya was being extremely passive, and then it
Mm,
got to that
I
point,
don't really
and that's why
agree.
that's why I was like, well, at that point it's like
Well then,
at this
okay.
point you could
So
judge
no.
both sides. So you could say,
So
and I'll be fair, you could judge both sides for being aggressive, but I can't fully be like, yeah, Yaya instinct. It's like nah, yeah,
no.
like.
So then my original point when I
Mhm.
gave you those 2 points of him saying that was crazy stands even
Yeah.
you just fortified my original point. So when you say or when C4 says or when you say as well that I'm compromising or whatever like that, it's like
No, no, no.
if
I
I
hold on,
I,
was
hold on.
really
I never said that. Hold on. Let me clarify. That's why I
I,
hopped in here to clarify that. Let me
okay.
clarify. What I was just saying was when C4 said you were dancing around it, and I agreed, that's why I was typing out and I was like, fuck, he's probably not gonna get what I'm trying to say. Obviously, as you said, you're gonna be biased towards him because of what he's done for you. Cool. I respect the understandable. And that's why you said you guys want me to do the fuck him, do. I'm like, no. And that's why I said I understand the corporate fuck you or like the, you know, I don't want to say politically correct, but you know what I mean.
No, no, that's exactly right. Exactly.
But
That's
that's why I was
exactly right.
like, that's why I was saying, I understand. I don't want you to do that. So long as you just understood, like, yeah, that was messed up. That was enough for me.
No, and I said, but that's what.
That's
No, but
no, no. But I was just
yeah,
agreeing.
same.
Yeah, hold on.
I
wait.
agree.
That's why. Hold on. I got you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Again, I didn't say you were compromised. I just said, yeah, you're not gonna directly just say it,
I'm not.
because
I'm not.
yeah,
I'm.
that's why.
There's
But that's why I was saying, yeah, I'm like, you ain't gonna do it. That's why dancing around. I'm like, that's a fair statement to say.
well. So in that regard, though,
Which is it's but it's yeah.
but
Go
in
ahead.
that regard, though, bro, you, I admitted when he said that
That's
off.
cool.
No, but on Oki, bro. That's why I was mad when y'all was saying that on Oki. I said that the first line in the tweet. I was like, we don't gotta go. No, we don't gotta go past this part of the sentence. This is not okay. Act C4, act Starks about me, bro. I talk big shit,
Oh, I know. I've caught you
bro.
in different streams and stuff.
But
I got an idea.
it's never gotten to what? It's never
Yeah.
it's never gotten there. You know what I
I
mean?
th- yeah, yeah.
So
I think what it
I stand
is, and this is from my POV, right? From listening to conversation. Whenever, for example, like whenever Yaya would say like, "Hey, this is the order of events," boom, boom, this is how it happened, and you would acknowledge like, "Yeah, that's fucked up," but then afterward, it would be met with a kind of like, "Yeah, that's messed up." But what was like, so like you constantly like kind of asking more and more, and so then Yaya gave you
Yep.
more and more, so
mhm.
it felt like it was still a hint of resistance,
No,
which again, that's why I acknowledge makes sense. You gave your reasoning, that's why I'm not
but
judging you for it,
I
but I'm
also
just
said
acknowledging like, go ahead.
but I also said like where me and Stark stood firm on is while as he was giving out this information, the main
Yeah,
thing that me and Starks were saying was full context. Page one.
yeah,
Let's go to
yeah.
page and before, but like as
You
he's
don't
giving
need
us
context, bro.
no.
This is where
But
you're compromised. You don't need context. You
No,
don't need context there.
everything needs context. Like
everything
Nah,
because
nah, nah, nah.
no,
Oh, you,
no,
you okay?
No, you
That's cool.
don't.
Okay, everything is context. You didn't ask for so much context until it was about bum. That's when you needed every single receipt, and that's why Yaya was going like, "Hold on a second. Why is the bar so high for bum? Everything else we've been talking about,
oh,
you've just
so
granted."
okay, no, so I'll answer that question and then Starks can answer it however he feels sees fit. Like if I don't know you, right? Or like whatever, um and there's no nothing, fuck you. Like and I'll worry about the context later when I worry about it later. I don't know you, you don't know me, and if
There's
you
no
take
investment, like you don't
yeah, I'm not
like,
invest. There's no
That's
yeah,
hold up. Wait a minute,
yeah.
C4. Wait a
that's
minute, C4.
compromise then.
No. But
You're
like the
describing the
main
compromise part.
no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. With main man, corporate fuck you. Not even a corporate fuck you. It's fuck you. And if I went off the deep end, I'll be willing to take accountability for that. Like I said, when I made that point and Mike Hollow cut it out, but and I understand why I did it, but I'm gonna repeat myself because it's worth repeating. I said this, and if and his whole all of his minions, all of Main Man's minions took it out of context, and guess what? I didn't give a fuck because I know how the game goes. So this is how you know that when I'm saying what I'm saying, I mean what I say, and it's in context. So when I said, main man is the type. He sounds like the type that's never been in a fist fight before, because what he's saying he wouldn't say if he knew what the repercussions were. People took that
Well,
as
saying
if
that beef matches for kids. You,
no,
you,
no.
you see the energy you have for someone saying beef matches for kids
Wait,
and
wait.
someone saying your life is meaningless. You're like,
No,
well, it's bad,
C4,
but
C4,
give me
C4, C4,
receipts. This
C4.
is
Wait,
not consistent, bro.
C4. Wait,
Compromise.
C4. If you don't want to hear the full context, if you don't want to deal with the nuance, you just like I admitted I'm biased. Just
Okay, yeah,
admit
I
that.
don't want to hear the context. Like you
All
didn't
right,
want to hear
that's
the
all right.
context
All right,
until Bum get
valid.
come back. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay,
compromise.
valid.
We
All right,
compromise.
all right, valid. So if you don't want to hear that, that's on you. So now our conversation is already dead on arrival. So
Yeah,
if
this
anyone
definitive
else,
difference in opinions. Yeah,
yeah,
just off rip, y'all don't agree on the
yeah,
basis.
if we're not gonna agree to terms just off that, then there's actually that part of the conversation is kaputs, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
anybody,
I'm right though. I'm right. Like you're describing what
what
I'm
the
saying.
fuck is yo? What the
Yo,
fuck,
C4,
I'm
you're
right.
funny. Yo.
yo? What the
I am
fuck,
right though.
yo?
Because I just
No, no,
my
I
point,
mean,
the reason you're compromised is because
Oh
your
my
standard
god.
for evidence for
Uh huh.
everyone else is really low until it came to Bum. When you was talking about Main Man or Mike's thing, Mike was saying, "Oh yeah, but he went to offlines and stuff," and he was like, "Oh okay, fair enough." But with Bum, you want the receipts first. You made your statement about Main Man, then you got given receipts. You didn't ask for the
No,
receipts.
and
You got
and then
given them by Mike.
and
Now
then
we're talking about Bum. You're like,
so
bro,
so
I need the whole.
all
I
right,
need a fucking urine sample, bro.
chat.
I need
Now, no,
forensic
no,
evidence.
because
right.
if we're gonna have an ignorant conversation, let's live there, right? Because I have no
Am I
problem with
wrong?
that.
What did I
No,
say?
I
no,
think this touches
Did I
on
say
a
that was
very,
wrong?
hold on. Go ahead, Starks. Go ahead,
like,
Starks. You got it, Starks. Go ahead.
I think this touches on a good point. It's just like when you're talking to someone, you always have to remember how much do you know them? Like how well do you know them? Because it seems like there's people having these conversations and they either don't know each other well or they think they do and they don't really, and they're saying certain things that are triggering certain people or getting people mad. And it's like I think that's the problem.
Yeah. So with that being said, it like again, when I am wrong and when there is no equity involved, because here's the thing. If somebody was coming at you, C4, with the same smoke that other people, I would stand just as firm. Yup, I give me everything. Nope, there's no, because that's just who I am. Even to a fault, I don't. But like that's just how it goes. If I don't know you, I'm willing to say fuck you, this and that, go off a cliff, and then if I'm wrong, I'm still gonna be man enough to be like, all right, I'm wrong here, wrong there, my fault. But these core points, stand firm, fuck you. And then if the person that heard that receives that as like, you know what, nah, fuck your accountability, is still fuck you. I'm not willing to back off and be like, well, no, please, you're just misunderstanding. No, I'm willing to be misunderstood first, and if you want context, get it later. Because when Mike was making that point of his base is more so casual fans and this whatever, right? I went to his page. Since 2015 it's all been Tekken. The only time he hasn't been doing Tekken shit is he had a spurt for like a couple of months or a couple of weeks of him playing Dark Souls, and then it was right back on Tekken. So if Mike was in the call, I'd be willing to say, Mike, your original point is not valid. His base is Tekken just as much as FDX's base is Tekken, because all he posts is Tekken shit. I knew Main Man off of Tekken. So when Mike said that, I had to check myself and slow my roll. But after the fact, I did my own research because I wanted to live in the nuance with the context. And majority of his videos, if you guys check them right now, 98% of them are Tekken related videos. The other 2% is Dark Souls and some other shit. So again, if I
I
have
get that.
if I have no equity with you, I don't care how you take it. If I have equity with you and I know your character and I know you personally, I'm
It's
going
like
to
it's like a credit score,
it,
basically. Like the way
bro.
you're describing it's like a credit score. Like if you know the person, you fuck with them, or not even necessarily quote unquote fuck with them, right? But like you have enough conversations with them, their credit score kind of goes up. But like off the rip, if you don't know this person, and then even from there, they're saying something that already rubbing you the wrong way, the shit just tanks. Like
If
kind of
any,
like that, basically,
no,
right?
you're exactly right. Because if
So,
any of y'all ask me, yo,
so it's
Black,
hard to give them the benefit of the doubt.
yo,
Yeah.
Black, let me hold $100. Respectfully, I don't know none of y'all
Like I
niggas.
don't know you. Yeah, as
I'm
you
not about
should.
to. I'm not about to come out my body and give you $100. If my
Right.
boy Lewis right now calls me, yo, Black, I need 100. It's already in his cash app. I don't even know. We don't even got to talk about when you give it back to me, bro. You said you needed the 100. I don't need context for the 100. My man's hit me up and said, "Yo, Code Red need $100." I'll ask for the context later. Here's the 100. We'll talk later. You know what I'm saying? If any of y'all niggas got booked right now, yo, Black, bail me out, son. Respectfully.
Hey, yo, keep your head up.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know y'all
That's cool
niggas.
with money. I agree with you about money. I'm
No,
just
no,
talking
but no,
about the
no, but that's
consistency. Because if you're admitting that you're biased and inconsistent, that's cool.
yeah. Because
But it's not consistent.
if I
That's
had to
fine.
say if I had to save all three of y'all or my day one homie and y'all in the same house and the building's burning down, sorry, I love y'all too, bro. I'm getting my man's out. Sorry. You know, I'm gonna play favorites. And that's how it go down, and that's okay. And out of all three of y'all, if I had to play favorites with all three of y'all, I've known Stark the longest. So if it's like, yo, you can save Yaya, you can save Swag, or you can save C4, or you can save Stark. Sorry. I don't yo, I'm sorry. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
cool. That's cool.
You,
But we're not talking about money and life and death. Like
no, but no,
Yaya
but that
presented. Like
no, but
I'm against Yaya. But when he says someone said your life is worthless, you
and I
unless
gave
Yaya said it to
and he
him
lost
first,
points
then
off of his
fine.
credit score because of that. Facts, and I admitted to that. Facts. His credit score got dinged, but that just because you did that one thing. If you have an 800 credit score and you miss a payment, you're not gonna go down to a 0 credit score. You're gonna go to a 750, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying you should
Credit's
crucify
still
Bum for
good,
everything.
and
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
um,
The things
you
that
know,
he lost
what
points
Swag,
for, I gave
the
him. I,
thing is, what me and Swag was saying is, you said he was wrong, and then there was a million other words afterwards. Just it should have stopped that. Man's out of pocket. You don't say that to someone over the internet when Yaya did nothing aggressive to him. Nothing aggressive
no,
to him.
no, but no C4.
Just say it's wrong.
No
We go to the
C4.
next point. There's no
C4.
need for a
Bro,
dissertation on
bro, if
why
you
it's
run the tapes
okay for
back,
Bum to do it.
if you roll the tapes back, as soon as I saw that first part of the sentence, I was like, stop everything. This ain't it. That ain't
And
it.
then you said, I need context.
I need to know why he said that. Because C4, here's the thing, right? If the context was Yaya said, "Hey yo, Bum, eat a dick, nigga," and then Bum's response was, "Nigga, your life mean nothing, nigga. I don't give a fuck." What? Now it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. I needed to know the context because
Two people wilding out on each other. Yeah.
yeah,
But
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
pretty much.
Go ahead, yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know, man. I do feel like you very inconsistent and biased too much. Like,
Inconsistent,
so
no. Bias, yes.
no,
There's
can I explain to you like what Yaya and them is trying to come from? Like I get both sides, and I don't get me wrong, I still agree with them, but I better understand your POV. Like what they're saying is they acknowledge that you said was wrong. Like that, like we all agree on that. The issue just comes from it feels like it was just kind of resistance or you asking more and more questions, whereas you didn't do that in the other situation with the whatever the fuck person about whatever
Yeah.
in those situations. That's just the main
and I
issue
can and
point.
I can
No
and
no
I
one is saying, and they're not saying that you aren't saying it's wrong or not. It's just it feels like you're kind of giving an out or like trying to find, like it felt like you kept trying to search. Well, maybe Yaya did this. Like no, he didn't do any of that. Oh
and
well,
that's
you know
and
how
that
Twitter is, and it's like
no
So
but
and
y'all are saying that Yaya didn't instigate anything.
Yeah, bro, Yaya started the whole conversation saying, I was a fan of Bump. That he
where's that
set the
where
premise.
is that tweet thread? Where is that one? Where's that
That's
one?
what I'm
So we
saying. Like, where is
where's
the
that?
beginning? Because
Where's that?
I've
Where's
seen
page
a
one
lot
of
of this
that?
stuff on Twitter,
if he's
and
telling me to
people were really
unfollow, fam, what else do you need? If Bum is constantly saying you in that tweet thread to unfollow,
like
how
if
does
you
that not make me a fan of
can
a
I
person or want
can
to
I
see his
ask one
tweets?
question?
see that's the gaslighting I'm talking about. Why do you need
Wait,
more
that's not. Whoa,
context?
whoa,
Why do
whoa,
you
hold on.
need to see this? Why do
That's
you
not
need to know what
gaslighting.
happened?
That's
Why
not
do you need to
Hold up,
gaslighting.
hold up, hold up. Let Yaya and Starks have that go off. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Starks.
go
Yeah,
ahead. You're right. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
go
No, I'm saying because I've seen most of this on Twitter, and like people were coming at him for things he wasn't even saying, like a bunch of people. And I'm not agreeing with how it all ended, but I'm just saying, like, if you see something happening and you see somebody getting mad or you see people antagonizing them, then you should probably, be aware that if you say something, it's probably gonna make them upset or get them mad or like this is what I was talking
Can,
about with how well do you know people? Like
can
how much do you know the person you're talking to?
can I ask a question real quick then? So if I said, "Hey, I respect you a lot, man. I don't feel like you should have said this though. This did feel unnecessary, or this felt you kind of wild out. Like you didn't really need to say that." And then your response is, "Oh, You can unfollow me too, then, nigga.
Once
Did I
again,
instigate? Did I?
not
Let me
something
ask you
I
this question.
might
Hold on.
do,
I'm
but
just
I
asking
know
this scenario.
people
Hold on.
who are
Let me.
like that and who would do that. And to be honest, depending on who they are, I might not take it as serious
No, I'm just
as
asking.
they.
No, I'm just asking. Did I instigate?
Oh, you're
No,
swag.
in that scenario, just in no, no, just in that scenario, the wording of that, like just in that scenario,
That's not how. That's not. Once again, can we see the original stuff? Because I
I could
don't
just, I
personally
could.
believe that's how this went down. I don't think it
Okay,
was a very
I'll
nice,
find mine then. I'll find my
like
tweets.
conversation, and then all of a sudden, and he was saying like there's a history and
So,
there's
but I
more.
want to ask, but that's why I'm asking. I'm asking now because I don't know if I'm be able to find it, so I'll try to find it and DM it to you at some point. But that's why I'm
Yeah,
giving
you're
you the scenario
isolating.
now. That scenario, would that person be wilding for responding that way
If that is
if
the
they're if
only context, then no, they wouldn't be. That's what you want me to say. I know, but yeah, they wouldn't be. If that's the only context and that's
like
it, and
if
that's all.
if that person was having if that person having a back and forth about the tournament vibes, and then person B said, "Hey man, you didn't really need to say that to him. That's kind of
Hold up, wait, wait,
that wasn't necessary."
right there though, like if person A is coming at me with even mild smoke, person
That's not
B,
smoke.
no, no,
That's
no,
not
no, no,
smoke.
no,
That
but
is,
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, no, I'm talking about if not person B,
Oh, you
if
talking about
person A
the yeah.
is coming at me with even mild smoke,
Okay.
person B might catch a stray. Sorry.
That's what
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
I'm not denying. No, I'm not denying if
No,
that'll
so
happen or not.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
so
denying
when you
that. I'm
no,
just
but
it's just acknowledging
no, and
right or wrong.
at that point, yo, bro, if I'm already in some type of combat, and somebody says, "Hey, man,
That's
what
cool.
what
That's
you,"
listen. That's cool.
I'm
That's
sorry.
listen. I can listen. That's why I met you halfway with it. Feel me? I met you halfway. I said, cool. That happens. I feel you.
Okay,
But at the same time,
two
you
things
can
can be true.
still look at
Two
yes.
things can be
That's what
true.
I'm saying. That's
Yes,
you feel me?
yes,
That's why I'm meeting you
facts,
halfway. You
fact.
can still look at that and be like, yo,
If you catch a
you were.
stray, right,
It's like it was
because you
uncalled
jumped in
for. It
for
was uncalled for
it's
stray.
uncalled for, but I stand on you catching that stray. Facts. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
Like,
yo.
that
It's like
this
that's
is
why
mad.
that's why I said
This is
I.
crazy glaze on Bum Man. That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like. I ain't gonna
but
lie.
That's why I'm not even gonna argue against. I'm not even gonna argue him on that point
yes,
because
bro. Like
at this.
I had a massive fallout with Bum, massive. Like, I don't know if the VOD's still up there. I'm one of the few people that got to be in a call with Bum. We had a falling out. Then there was something with his like birthday when he done a BBB. He fucking he went after all of us EU commentators, and then we
But
squashed it.
you
I
guys
can
are
respect
admitting
Bum.
that
I
you
still
have
respect
biases
Bum.
too
Shout out
about
to him for what he said to Yaya. I can do both of those things, and I don't have to defend it.
hold up, go ahead,
It was
Starks.
wrong.
Go ahead, Starks. Go ahead, bro.
So yeah,
You sound like you
No,
got to
I'm
echo
saying
those Starks. It sounds
the
like you're
both of
not.
them are openly admitting that they have previous biases while
Wait,
telling us that we have
who,
biases too. But we're admitting it. Yeah, like there is
wait,
some
who
type of
has bias?
like, if you know somebody well, you want context when you see something that happens that you're like, wow, that may be out of character, that may be something they don't usually do, you know?
mhm. That's cool. But then you have to acknowledge to be biased means you're compromised, right? You're asking for way more evidence
No,
because you
because
know the person.
no,
But
no,
that's
no.
That's
natural.
So
but that's
look,
you
no,
can say
no,
it's natural, but it's compromised. I
no,
don't do that, so it's
no,
not natural
no,
to me.
no. So
Everyone
look,
gets the same
You
level of
are
heat.
compromised.
Everyone's coming in at gas mark 5 with me. Whether it be
so
Yaya, whether it be Noah, whether it be Mike. Everyone's getting the same level.
no.
But as long as you acknowledge that if you're biased and you're compromised because you're not using the same logic you use against everyone else, then we're fine. It's cool.
So I'll say so. See if you're willing to meet me halfway then, right? So here, my pushback on that is if in full context you're wrong, and I still say nah, he's right. Like the evidence is out. You punched him in the face unprovoked, and you ran him down, and there was no person A to initiate. You saw him walking down the street, and you knocked him out.
They go to thread, by the way.
Hold up,
From
wait
when
a minute. Hold up, wait, real quick, because I want to see if we can meet each other halfway.
Oh yeah, no,
If
go ahead, go ahead. I was just letting
if
you
a
know that was there.
random, just let's put a random person in Bum, right? Bum is
Mhm.
being just on the street. He's going to the store. He doesn't know this individual, and he socked him out. And at first, I'm like, nah, nigga, I need to know why he socked him out. And if I get the camera and I get person A, person B with video footage of him just walking out the store, looking at so and so, and punching him in the face, and then some random bystander says, "Hey, why'd you punch him in the face?" Because I felt like it. If I get all of that footage and I'm still like, nah, bum the goat. All right, nigga. Yeah, you right. Yeah, maybe I'm in the bum files or some shit like that.
Maybe it's a little
You,
bit of
you know what I'm saying?
goat.
But yeah, but that's I didn't do that because off the wake up, as soon as I seen the footage a little bit, I was like, hey, what are we doing here? That part ain't
I
cool.
don't think he's saying this. That's a very. I don't think
No,
C4
no,
saying to that.
no. He's saying
severity.
but it's not that. See, again, you guys, there's. That's why I said nuance, because you guys are saying, "Oh, well, you're going all the way over there." I'm trying to make it as clear as possible in my analogy, so when we bring it back down to home base, it makes sense.
Let me use your analogy. Let me use your analogy,
Please.
and I'll tell you why you're compromised. Right?
Please.
If Bum and Yaya in a shop and Bum punched Yaya,
But there's a person A. There's a person A. There's a person A that you're not talking about. There's a person. I said a random person. I gave you a whole different scenario to let you know. Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. Let me not change your analogy. Right. Yaya and a random person. Let's take Bum out of it.
Okay.
There's a random person and Yaya goes, "This guy punched me." I think you would ask both of them what happened. Am I correct?
Would I ask both of them what happened?
Yeah. Find out who punched who, or if one's lying, right?
Okay.
But if it was Bum and a random person, you're just gonna ask Bum. Correct?
Facts.
Yeah. To me, that's compromised.
To you though. To you.
That's 100% compromised. I don't know. That's crazy.
Like,
just because I'm sequencing the order first? Just because I'm sequencing it? Go ahead, Stark. Go ahead, Starks.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying, like, depending on the situation, obviously, but why would you go up to someone that you don't even know and start questioning them and asking them what happened when the person that you know was in the altercation? Obviously, you would question them first, or you would, listen to what they have to say. I don't understand that.
Because if you have
you're investigating it.
Yeah, if you have a bar of I need this evidence to figure this out, you would ask both. You ask both of them. You wouldn't ask one first. You'll be like, you know what you do? You go, you know what? I'll just ask the shopkeeper for the CCTV. I'll ask for the footage. I don't need to ask Bum. I can just see the camera. That's what someone who's uncompromised would do.
Okay,
if you're compromised, you're just going to ask Bum and go, oh, okay, Bum said you hit him first, so I believe Bum. Or can you rebuttal what Bum said?
Okay, quick question though. Do you have a friend that's been in a fight before? Yeah. Have you asked the person who they fought what happened?
No, I'll ask someone who saw it. I didn't see it. I wouldn't ask them because obviously they're biased. They might be my boy, but they're biased. So I'll ask someone who saw it, like a doorman or something.
I agree with that. But we're just saying when it comes to certain relationships in certain situations, it's not always just a full-on investigation.
In the background laughing is killing
me.
No,
unless it's my wife, everyone's getting gas mark 5. That's the only person who doesn't get it.
I'm sorry.
Noah laughing.
Nah, he smoked that. He smoked that. Because I don't know. If y'all are going to ask the nigga that your friend beat up to be like, yo, what happened? No, bro. Are you crazy? Like, no.
Must be. For being consistent, call me crazy then.
Right. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, that's wrong. But it's just, that's not how a lot of situations go. And that's not.
So it's two different things being said right now. So the scenario of, if your friend get into a fight and you weren't there, then you show up afterwards, and it's like, who you gonna ask first? Generally, people are gonna ask your friend. Obviously, right? Obviously, generally, you're gonna ask your friend, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
But
yes,
in terms of what he's trying to say, in terms of being unbiased or uncompromised, in which compromise just means you being biased towards somebody, i.e., your friend, then the unbiased thing to do is to ask a third party that's available. But that's what I'm saying. It's two different things being said at the same time. Both are true.
But that's been happening. Like, people have been asking other people and for context and to figure out what, like the root of everything is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, here's the thing, right? If two of my homies with an equal credit score got into a fight and they like, yo, dog, da-da-da, what? Then I'm gonna go to the third party and be like, yo, what happened?
We gotta go to the ref.
Yeah, now we going to the ref. But sorry, bro, like that's and you're right. It's fucked up. It is. It is. It is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I started this, and that's why Stark started it with like, nigga, I'ma play favorites. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. You know what? I'm even willing to go. I'm even willing to go this far with in terms of a concession. If y'all are like, and keep the same wording, you know, compromise, whatever, cool. Here's the thing though. What you can't say is I'm not going to call out whomever you think I'm compromised for their wrongdoing once I have context in place. If that still makes me compromised and I'm still calling out wrongdoing with context and you still are like, yeah, you did that, but you're still compromised, cool, bro. I shake your hand and we move on. Facts.
No,
Because
you'll call them out. You just need way more evidence. That's cool. Like Yaya's gonna have to bring you a fucking file load of evidence.
Yes, he is.
To criticize
So
you like.
we gotta play Danganronpa at that point.
That is
We gotta-
such glaze
it is what it is. It's gonna
But
call
that's
it
why
what
I
you
said
need to.
this part.
y'all are
that's why I said-
brainwashed.
Yeah, wait, hold on, wait, yeah.
No,
That's what I'm saying. This
it would
part
be
is-
brainwashed if I had the proof and I was like, nah, that's not it. It would have been brainwashed if I would have read what he said, Yaya. If I would have read what he said about your life being meaningless, and I'm like, I see nothing wrong there. That's brainwashed because if I would have did that, or when you told me he didn't even upload grand finals, and I would have been like, I see nothing wrong with that, and if you would have been right. Yeah, now I'm a bum bot.
Wait.
Yaya's using a strong word, but if I didn't know you guys, I would say it's kind of brainwashy. If I
Okay,
didn't know you guys,
Right, but you because of context. That's what I'm saying.
Wait. No. I gotta say this. I have to say this.
Go ahead.
Because what you said you didn't do, you kind of did twice, right? So number one, when he talked about not uploading grand finals, he was like, "Dang, that's crazy." He's like, "But as a content creator, it shouldn't be no but." Right? He should have uploaded as the person who's hosting the tournament in TO.
I don't agree with that.
Wait,
Everybody does that.
Yeah, this
But-
is Yaya might be right.
That's real quick. That's the example I was trying to.
Hold up, Stark. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I've seen many tournaments where TOs take a really long time to upload, or sometimes they don't even upload, especially when it comes to smaller tournaments.
Yeah, in
I know you
2023,
This
though,
was like
like
2-3 years. This is like 2-3 years, right?
yeah, he took 2 to 3 years to do it. Yeah,
I
he
get that.
still ain't do it. He still ain't uploaded.
But Yaya, I already admitted that was crazy. I said
I
that.
think that's crazy too, but I'm saying that does happen though. I've seen it happen.
Why are we saying crazy? Just say it's wrong, bro.
No. See, now you want me to pick the word. You want me to go through your Rolodex of words and pick your words so you can feel vindicated. No, bro. No.
This is the issue.
Serious question though, is that like unspoken rule, or is that like a thing where like you are supposed to always?
Yeah, facts, because we're not TOs. That's another thing. We would have to ask another legitimate TO if this is common practice. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
If
TO.
I am a TO.
Y'all literally talking to two. Wait, are you asking to?
No, we would have to ask a third. Now you want me to go to a third party? Now we got to go to a third party TO. Now I'm going to a third party TO. Y'all want me to? You want to be consistent? We gotta go to a third party TO in Demon Slayer Land or some shit, and then we ask that person.
You want to ask Demon Slayer Land? I'm right here.
Then we ain't going to Demon Slayer. We gonna go to Fight Night, and then we gonna ask that TO that play Fight Night or Undisputed, and then we got is this?
We gotta get as far removed as possible from this situation.
Let's be for real.
This is mad.
Let's be for real. You host this big tournament in the middle of fucking New York. You have grand finals for a game that's already doing good for you.
I already said that was crazy.
Upload it?
I already said that was crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I already said that.
No.
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. We don't even have to go through this whole thing, right? We don't have to go through the whole thing of finding a TO. If you host a tournament of this level and not upload it, we all agree that's wild.
Well, no, wait. And I will say this because I have 2 tournaments, right? That I didn't break it down. Oh, watch this fight. I uploaded the whole VOD. I've never chunked out the tournaments as like, oh, here's this fight, here's that. No, I just What I did, C4, this is and C4 was there for this tournament. Every main event part, like we had an exhibition with Pred and my boy MK. They ran a first to 5. That was its own video. Boom. Then there was the actual tournament. That was its own video. Then we got the first to 10 with Pred and Seth. That's going to be its own video. I did not go sequestering out, oh, I got to chop this up. I'm not doing all that. No, bro. Here's the VOD. And if you want to see your, and here's the thing, as a smaller content creator, they got that video, 3-hour video, by the way, 3-hour video. For me, getting 80 views is tough. That's a W for me. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that people went there, commented on the video, liked the video, shared the video, and all that shit, and they went to their favorite part. No timestamps, by the way. No timestamps. And I did that for multiple tournaments. You go to my page right now. I got a 5-hour tournament that got over a good amount of views. I don't know how many, but that's how I've been posting it out. I have not ever went fight for fight. Here's this one. Here's that one. I just post the VOD and that's it. And you can even go to Steal the Shanks if I'm not mistaken. If you go to Steal the Shanks, he's another TL from Dallas. He doesn't go fight for fight. He'll post the full video if I'm not mistaken. So there's 2 examples. One on a smaller scale, one on a bigger scale.
So what I would say, so I understand that, but if this person has a history of doing it, as far as posting the tournament VODs and or semifinals, top 40, whatever shit like that, you feel me? And then they don't, then that's like, yo,
that goes to C4.
Like, that's all. Yeah,
no, but
that's why.
Again,
but the main thing, I got you. The issue that we're having is just it's the fucking how much do you want me to disapprove of this thing, right? You're saying, yo, I don't like that he did this. But C4 and Yaya's feelings is, if like, yeah, you say that, but it feels like this. Now me, that's why I said, yeah, you already admitted that you're gonna be biased towards Bum. So I'm like, all right, I can just take this. And this is a win at this point. You acknowledging that it was fucked up, I'm like, that's good enough for me. But I can see why for them too, it's like a caveat. You feel me? That's why we're getting hung up on is
right. And at that point,
for a TO to not be consistent through all the players that are making their tournament, that is a problem. For all the things you talk about people in high places helping the community, if you did the tournament we did with Mike Hollow and you didn't, you put the whole VOD up and then you broke up every match, bar the ones that Pred won, if someone else did that, you would have a problem with it. You would have a problem with it.
But that's why I said C4 off the dribble. I said when as soon as Yaya said that, I was like, oh, okay, that's I don't fuck with that.
Okay.
Now, and I said, but these are all things I already admitted and it's documented. Now we're at the point.
That's right.
Now we're at the point though, C4, where it's like how you guys want me to deliver it. It's like I delivered
it's a small print afterwards, bro. That's what it is. It's a small print after you said this isn't fair, but it's bum. It's okay. It's not that bad.
But
look,
he already
people still
bias. That's
right, and people still go to jail. People still like if you ignore the small print, right? If you ignore the small print, people still go to jail, right? It's like, well, technically, I'm still in jail. You know what I'm saying? I still broke the law, but and that's what I'm saying. Now you guys are now, instead of the words that I'm choosing, you're saying, yeah, you said the right things, and you held them. You just didn't deliver it the way that I would.
It's not a matter of delivering per se. It's just a matter of when y'all had the conversation about the other dude and stuff, and how you were so gun ho about it, right?
Yeah, because fuck him. I don't know.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Which again, you already gave your reasonings with Bum. Obviously, I respect it. Just like that tweet I put in the chat, that thread, I even said to Bum, y'all respect you, but what you said to Cam is kind of fucked up. You didn't really need to say that. And then he said, you gonna follow me too. And I said, it ain't that deep, blah, 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 whatever, right? I still, like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That just the issue they have is that when it's plain as black and white, or at least like just to the point where it should just to them be like, just like this thing, definitive. But for you, it's this. But it's wiggle room.
But here's the beauty.
Can I say something really quick?
Go ahead, Starks.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, I don't want to say it's funny because that's probably not the right word to use. But what you're saying right now, to me, it sounds kind of strange because I feel like I don't know Bum that much, but I know him enough that when something is happening, especially if it's on like for the public to see on Twitter, and he's beefing with somebody, it is best not to like jump in and give your take or send like a
No. I'm sorry, I got to stop right there. The fact that this is on Twitter in public and he has done this himself in terms of replying to other people, I can't accept
I
that.
know
I
what you're
can't. I
about to
can't
say.
accept that. I can't accept that. Now I can understand if I came at him crazy or something. I literally did the most diplomatic. My guy, I was
I know,
so
but that's like
diplomatic
Granola was
about it.
saying. Sometimes when
No,
people are fighting and you go to break up the fight, that
no,
could be
no,
one
no.
of your best
Could we
friends. You
get
still
it?
might
That's
get
why.
hit.
Hold on. But that's why I asked the example earlier. And Noah, I asked you about it, and you was, and we had the conversation about tone and how people might say something. Taking. That's why I
Yeah,
took baby steps in these. Look at the words I put, yo. Like respectfully, look at the words. I took baby steps to talk to him. Even when he said, then stop following me as well. Thanks. And I replied back. I didn't wild out. I said, word for word, it ain't that deep for all that. I'm just saying, take a moment and relax. I ain't got no beef with you at all. But what you said to Cam was out of line. I respect what you done again, but Cam didn't deserve that. I
But
literally
all right,
played
right there, right
kid
there,
gloves.
right there,
Kid
right
gloves.
there.
No, no, kid gloves, my nigga.
No, but that's what.
Like,
But just like you stop Starks, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. At that point, if like I said, if I'm already in motion and I'm already actively charged up, and you're like, hey, big dog, you ain't got to do it like that. Respectfully, you gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
I'm
that's
not
why I said,
now. I'm
but
not
that's why I
being
said I
reasonable.
have respect for, but that's why I said I have respect for bum or just for anyone that you have respect for and you see them doing something where it's like, yo,
Yeah,
it
but I ain't.
ain't, you
But
ain't gotta do
respectfully,
it.
I ain't trying to hear all that. If I'm already in that
But no, no,
bag,
but
I'm not trying to
that's
hear all
just
that.
in the
again,
moment. Maybe a
but
little
that's why me
longer
and
Yeah,
you
than
got
I'm in
that.
I'm in
That's
that
why.
moment. Yeah, and it's not just you. There's other people doing ticky tack shit in the comments too. And now I'm reading that, and then your tweet is the one that stands out because I chose to respond to it. On top of the ticky tack shit that I'm already actively ignoring, it's like, all right, now if I'm talking to you, have you been in the comment section of a video where niggas hated you? It is
Nigga,
it.
I make YouTube
Yaya's
videos.
right
Wait,
here, bro. Yaya's literally right here.
hold on.
You
Yaya
ain't got
makes
no
videos. Hold
fucking
on. Let me
KYS,
explain this.
bro.
Hold on. Let me explain this real quick. I
Did
make
that
YouTube
affect
videos.
me?
Hold on. Yaya gets attacked for his point of views with anime stuff. I literally had niggas in the SNK Reddit thinking I wanted to kill KOF because I said let it take a break for a few years. I had people coming at me sideways saying you don't like the franchise, this and the third. I know what it's like having people come at you sideways about an opinion, which I didn't even say or do. So like I get you. Like I've been in the shits. The same way you felt about Main Man Sui and all of them shitting
Yeah.
on Tekken and fighters. That's how I am with City of the Wolves and SNK games. I deal with it every single day. So I'm with you. Like I feel you. That's why my POV, I'm trying to like, you feel me, compromise with you. That's why I'm meeting you halfway. I get that feeling. So that's why with this, I know how to at least try to talk to somebody on Twitter and not make it feel like I'm trying to
Right.
dunk on them. Like you know what I mean when I say
yeah,
dunk on
okay.
them.
Yeah,
I
Like
don't
yeah.
think
certain
you
yeah.
did anything
That's
wrong.
why I try. Like I go out my way. Like I damn near break my neck trying to be like, hey, just I'm not making a joke. Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
but
boom. I disagree with this. But again, I understand. I
yeah,
do understand.
but again,
Bum was
now
the, you know.
yeah, but this is the beauty about being an adult, right? Like we don't at this point, now that we've gotten past the main core issues and we've
Yeah.
came to terms, this point we don't have to agree.
Oh
You
no,
know
no,
what I
I'm
mean?
cool. I'm
Like
cool. No, no, I've
that's
already
the beauty
accepted.
about being an
I got
adult because
I
now
got
it's
my win
like
condition.
yeah,
You
yeah,
already
you
said
know what
you
I'm
messed
saying?
up. I was
So
like, cool.
so
I'm
now
cool. It's them two
now
you gotta convince.
now and here's the thing. We don't. Me and C4 are actively
Nah, we're getting
disagreeing
a
about at
referee.
least
Nah, we're getting
three
a
different
referee.
topics. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm getting a referee.
We're actively like he was talking about legacy versus mechanics about the tech and shit. And but actively still in disagreement about shit. But here's the
Yeah,
thing:
yeah, yeah.
he still hits me up. I still hit him up. We don't need to
Yeah.
after we
Not
get
trying to
past
kill
the
each other.
yeah after we get past the core issue. At that point, respectfully, if you're really gonna be that hurt, I'm not saying you guys are, but if you're like, oh my god, he was so at that point, all right, bro. Yeah, hold that.
Go
I'm
your separate
sorry.
ways.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I- I'm
I don't
I'm
feel
just
no
trying
way.
to keep the standard high because the
The
same way
stand,
you got at me, being on commentary. If I said, "Oh yeah," on commentary when I'm talking
I
to thousands of people and I'm saying, "Oh yeah, this game is good," and I was doing a good job with Dragon Ball, and then it was only in DMs I said, "Oh no, they're doing a load of shit." You'd have said, "No, say that shit publicly. Say it
right,
with your chest."
and I did say
That's
it
all. That's
publicly.
all I'm
I
doing.
just, I
And
just
that's all
didn't.
I'm doing with the bum thing. Say with your chest. He did wrong to Yaya. That's it.
I
You
didn't.
could. That doesn't discredit everything else that Bum's done.
I
Like
didn't.
Bum is a pillar for Dragon Ball, straight up.
Right,
There's no denying that.
but I said it.
Okay,
I just
I have
didn't
a
say
Someone your
question.
life is
what.
not worth it. It's fucked up.
But again, I said it, But now you want me to now you want me to say it with my chest. I said it though. I just didn't poke my chest out.
This
I
loops
said it
back.
though.
See, and this loops
Hold
back
on,
to
but
what
I
when
you
I
know
said
it
first
is.
earlier.
came in
Cool.
here, when you
Okay,
no,
you know it is.
hell no, I'm
Go
not
ahead,
going.
Nigga,
yeah,
I don't know you, Yaya. You have no equity with me, dog. You have no equity. You
I
have
didn't know
no
you wasn't got no equity,
equity.
nigga.
No
You all that
equity.
bullshit. When I
Nah,
came to the
fuck that.
stream today,
See,
Bronze
see. Go
DeMarco,
for it. Go for it.
Bronze.
Go
When I
for it.
came,
Go
when I
for it.
came in the stream today, you was like,
Uh-huh.
I'ma say it with my chest, nigga. But when it's bomb, you glaze it, nigga,
Cause,
like your brain was
cause
fucked.
I'm
nigga,
gonna be real.
go ahead, Starks.
This is just my opinion. I feel like Yaya is an instigator, and then he gets upset when he has to see the consequences of the video.
I'm sorry.
That's how
That's
I feel personally.
nah.
He doesn't rage bait. He doesn't rage bait. Let's be real.
You know
So, all
what?
right.
Today was supposed to be my day where I pissed the Dragon Ball niggas off. Y'all niggas pissing me off.
So,
And to be
in
fair, I think
instance,
he rage baits on Twitter. I think in his call, he's not been rage baiting. On
yeah,
Twitter, he definitely does that. But in calls, he's way more
yeah,
like reasonable. Way more
I'm
yeah.
not
You're
reasonable.
saying he can't talk to
going
you.
me.
Obviously, you just had a good conversation, but I'm saying that sometimes when you go a certain route and certain things happen, you got to be like, okay, maybe shouldn't have went that route, or maybe that's just the results of my
We
actions.
gotta redo that save state. I feel you. You know, we gotta
You know what I'm
redo that one.
saying? Like, and that's really it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? At that point, it's like, if you like think how you want, and again with you, Yaya, the reason why I came at you the way I did is because you came to my home and you wiped your feet on the floor like you lived here and you spit on the fucking mantle, all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I felt
Wait, are you
disrespected.
talking about the
The
meme, the
DBFZ shit.
Goku meme?
No, not that one. The tweet about 2XKO and DBFZ. So I
Uh,
I I went hard on that shit because I felt disrespected. Like, not just me, I felt like you weren't just disrespecting me, you were disrespecting the community at large. And bro, I didn't even know who you were. If it wasn't for C4 I was about to get on stream. I was about to be in La La Land, just pressing buttons. Yeah, dog. Da, da, da. Once he showed me that shit, bro, I immediately got activated. And again, I went at you because I don't know you, son. And it's not like you came on the call and I was like, yeah, everything I said, don't pay attention to that. No, nigga, I stand firm on everything I said before we started talking about the bum shit. I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? However you feel about that is however you feel about that. You know what I mean? But like that that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
basic.
Like, now I wouldn't come at C4 like that when I can get into his DMs. If he did some clown
He's
shit,
readily
right?
available. Like you could hit
Yes,
him up. Be
he's
like,
readily
yo, yeah.
available, and I can
Nah,
and
do it
I
in public.
you
Do it in public.
no.
The same way I do it to Yaya. If I do something fucked up, well, maybe not fucked up. What Yaya did wasn't fucked up.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
reason I got at
That
Yaya
do you
is
see?
the principle thing because it's not cool when people do it to arena fighters. I don't like it, and I'm not even an arena head. I only started getting to arena games with my hero, but I don't like it when people shit on arena games for no reason. I don't like it. So, and I know Yaya feels the same way. So when he was doing it to
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, was like, I'm gonna pull you up on that because you don't like
Wait,
it.
I have a
And
question
it's the
real
same
quick.
But
thing about with yeah, go.
no, but
Sorry, I don't mean to real quick. Just so is this about when Yaya quote tweeted Hook
no,
and
no,
said
no,
what
no,
he said?
no, no. I
Okay,
didn't even know him at
because
that time. I just
okay,
found out about
because what
Yaya
I was gonna
today.
say, because when I joined your stream, that's why I'm not commenting on that stuff. It's just that part. Because when I joined your stream and y'all was talking about it and you was saying, why you felt Yaya was wrong about it. That's why I put in the chat. To be fair, Hook invited that on himself.
No,
Yeah, go after Hook then. You don't have to go after
No, no,
DBZ.
no, no,
Hook's
no, no, no,
opinion
no,
is
no, no,
shit.
no, 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 no.
Flame
That's
Hook,
fine.
bro.
That's fine. That's fine.
Look,
But
you have
Yeah.
to
but
be so I see how that
the
all
problem is he
plays out.
still Hook still invoked those games. So it's no different than if you and me are going back and forth, and then you say, "Well, your mama," it's like, okay, bet. Then I get to make jokes about yours. But then if someone say, "Well, no, that's messed up," just go at him. Well,
But
no, he just went at mine,
wait,
so I'm
where are we
going at
going?
his.
Where are we going? I'm a little bit lost here
No, no,
because
no,
yeah,
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
I'm asking for
Nah, he's just
clarification.
explaining like the
yeah.
Oh,
I
context.
okay,
yeah.
all right.
So
Yeah,
that's why.
Swag saying basically it's okay. Well, not okay. It's
Uh,
understandable that
No,
Yaya went for Dragon Ball because Hook went for a
Like
community as
for
well.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Like if you and
Yeah,
me going at it, Noah, like let's say me and you only attacking me personally, and I'm only attacking you. But then you
mhm.
say, well, your mom, okay, and it's like, well, then I say it back
Oh,
to you, and
yeah, yeah.
someone go,
But here's
well,
the
that's
thing.
not. Yeah.
No, and
After that,
that's
but that's why I'm not
yeah,
commenting on other stuff though.
no,
Whatever Yaya said, other than
yeah,
that, I don't know. I
nah.
can't condone. I don't
And
know.
no, but even that,
I don't know.
like I be coming at the PC niggas, but as a community, I'ma stand with Hook on but yeah, what up, yup. Context,
I
please.
accept that. If that's your man's, you know,
He
or
ain't even
your
my man's.
community,
He
yeah,
ain't even my man's.
or your community. I mean, your community
Yeah,
like fighters. Yeah, then
he
yeah.
not my
No, I
man's.
mean,
You know what I'm saying? You came
Bro,
at fighters.
all right.
Me
So
personally. Oh, go,
yeah.
yeah. Go.
Well, no, when I made that tweet, bro, I scrolled through my phone December 2021, and I was like, here's my
I
chance.
gotta
The
know what you
1 year.
did.
See, why you going so deep in the doldrum?
So
This is
exactly. So
this is
you,
what.
No,
What did you do?
It's only because it was Hook and he roasted two of my favorite fighter games. That is, if he would have just let it to 2SKO, I wouldn't even seen it because I
so
have
you didn't
2SKO
consider
muted.
what Melo was trying to do to you,
But
basically.
True. That's
no,
true. That's
no, no,
true. That's
I
true.
know,
That is
no,
true.
but I admit that I did that. I told everybody
Okay,
I did that.
off a deal,
Yeah,
bro.
that's true.
Yo, dog.
But
Oh my god.
however,
That's healthy pettiness, bro. That's
however,
healthy pettiness. I rate it, yeah. That's
You know,
healthy
fuck.
pettiness.
You know, fuck.
That's
how,
That's
that's
healthy.
that's
how,
that's some high
how,
quality pettiness right there.
however,
That's
I
what I'm
even
talking about.
said like the meme itself. I even went in. I remember I went in and looked at the photo and I made sure Buddy name was seen. Cause like it's no like if you know me, this is dumb. I play Sparking Zero. I'm playing my hero with 5 Dekus, and I'm not bitching about it. That's why it's
I mean,
so funny to
you like Storm for God's sake. It's like fucking how
Yeah,
many Naruto's, how many Sasuke's,
that's what I'm
how
saying. But
many.
but again, like it goes back to I don't know you. If when it comes down
Yeah,
to
yeah,
certain
yeah.
shit, like if I don't know you, yeah, bro, and however you take it is however you take it. If I see C4 Starks doing some clown shit, and I could get in their inbox and be like, "Yo, bro," because what I don't want to have happen is, you know, your presentation is key because if especially if the optics are oh shit.
Oh
Noah
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
C4
yeah.
they fuck with each other. Noah and Starks fuck with each other. Why is
Mm-hmm.
Noah now coming out his body to do all this, say all this crazy shit when
Mm-hmm.
the access is available? You know what I'm saying? If I pull you to the
Yeah,
side and I'm like, yo, bro, come on, bro, like that's OD. You gotta have to clean that up. And then you want some shit like, and then you take that private conversation public and that now it's up. But what you can't say, well, you can say whatever you want, but your integrity won't let you say by yourself like, oh, Black ain't try to pull me to the side and like, yo, come on, bro, da da da. He kept it private. You know what I'm saying? And now if you say a wild ass take that's not like just some gaming shit, like Starks was saying, we was going back and forth about AI. I'm not gonna pull him to the side and be like, yo, let's have this conversation right here. He made a statement about some AI shit. I said what I said. He said what he said. But it was there's a difference between me coming at him and me challenging his stance on something. You know what I'm saying?
bro. Why you come? But like on Twitter, you tweeted at me like you knew me.
No, I didn't because the thing is, bro. That at that point, take it how you need to because it's like, yo, bro, you're not about to
It
come
was
to
public, so
fighters, bro.
now
You should
anyone
have
can
in
seen
say,
that tweet,
you.
it do come across
I did not.
so from my so my POV. Let's just I'm a unbiased party here, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about so I looking at that tweet, right? I think because you typed it in all caps, maybe it's just me. It do come across
Yeah, I was like, okay.
you feel me like you asked like you talking to one of your friends and like
Oh,
oh you a bitch ass nigga
oh
like
no.
it come off like that. Now again, you probably didn't mean it that way, but like really just look at that.
No,
And just
no, bro. I don't know. The
he
thing
knows
is,
if he
the
does
thing.
mean it that way, but he also is
I'm not,
up to being silly.
Bro, thank you. The consistency of it. Like I talk in caps locks a lot. So just like you being a POV from a stranger point
that's
of
what
view,
I'm saying. I don't know you. That's why I said I don't know
yeah.
your tweets and
But
stuff. This is my first time. That's why I'm
bro,
like
bro.
just
So do you
looking
see
at
why
first time. Yeah.
context is so important?
Yeah,
Because
I'm not saying
because you can
How
say
much
that
he knows
you
about
you can say that and be like, yo, this sounds like he's friendly with the nigga. Starks and C4 can see that and be like, oh nah, it's really up for
oh,
this.
he angry.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does that with his eyes.
Okay,
all
that's fair, right? But I come to the stream and you trying to cook me with Triple H references and shit. I'm like, okay, I think he just memeing. Like I couldn't tell the difference. That's why when I
because
was like, all right, I'm
you came
leaving.
Wait,
in
what did you
late,
say? What did you say? It's time to play the game or something?
bro.
Bro,
Nah,
if
he
you go to
came
the
in,
stream, he was doing wrestling references while he was getting ready to
bro.
roast the tweets or take something. I was like, nigga, it's
Did you
not
have a
that
bottle
deep.
of water and start spitting in the
That's
air?
normal
What
on the
did you do?
stream. If you were in his
Bro,
streams,
yo,
yeah, you
bro,
know.
this is what I'm saying. Like
Bro, what
this
did you
is
do?
regular shit. Like when it's time to get active, bro. This
This nigga got the
see
crown
bro,
on and everything with the
bro,
sledgehammer.
if you see the Act C4, bro, we just had a tournament and I was going. It wasn't just the Mike Hollow thing. We was going in about everything. Everything, the PC community, and then we got on the StreamYard shit. We was going in like, bro, this is just naturally how I do it. You wanna know what's different now? I have a PC, so I can add more dip on the chip with the music and the motherfucking theatrics and all. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I'm really trying to flame you.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole,
yeah,
shebang.
yeah, bro. I'm gonna put on the whole show for that ass. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But
He
like,
said we got production now.
yeah, we right. You know what I'm saying? We got
Yeah.
when I cook a nigga, it can look good too. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
I
like,
feel
but
you.
again, it's not like again. These aren't comments for content. You know what I mean? That's why C4 like C4 effectively rage baited me, bro. We haven't talked since that
Yep.
tournament.
He said effectively.
Effectively rage. I'm in C4.
100%.
I'm not gonna show him the whole tweets, but like the whole conversation. But this is what he said. He was like,
Tell him.
bro, we haven't talked in like, just to be clear, since the tournament, and the tournament was on the 9th or some shit like that.
Yep.
So
You asked for the money, I sent it, and then that was it.
11 days later, mind you, he did, and I'm gonna call you about this shit too. I sent him the collab shit for the shit that he's in. He didn't respond to that. He didn't even do that, and I sent that to him on the 12th and on the 17th. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll respond to that in a minute.
This man hit you. He hit you with the equivalent of when a wrestler play their music during a match, but they don't show up. So now you just looking paranoid, like, are they here? Are they about
yo, bro? So 11 days later, 11. Hold up, Yaya. Hold up, Yaya. 11 days later, I'm at and I can't make this up. I'm at Walmart going grocery shopping and shit like that. I'm in La La Land. I'm thinking about going to the Neo Judai DBFZ tournament. I just got done playing fighters for 8 hours. And I'm gonna come home, and he knew I was gonna be fucking streaming fighters today. That's why I said he knew. He effectively rage baited me, bro. So he was like, he was like, you streaming DBFZ today? I was like, yeah. What's up? He was like, just wanted to know, bruv. You're gonna be responding to Yaya, yeah? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yeah, man's dunked on the whole DBFZ. Yeah, man. I'm like, what? I really thought he was like, he meant Wawa. I just couldn't believe some random ass dude I ain't never heard about is just dunking on the game. I just couldn't do it. So I was like, what?
I had to pass my pain over. Yaya rage baited me, and I had to go to sleep.
Bro.
So I had to give it to someone else. I knew
Bro.
Dana would fucking...
I got hit with a +4, so I gotta hit you with a +4.
Let me tell you why it's so funny, right? Because everybody with the DBFZ stuff, they was putting up the players like from fighters to 2SKO, and I'm talking to Wawa. He's like, and Frosty's about to get up. Like, why is everybody throwing these conspiracies? Like, I don't play the game. Like, I don't know this. And I was sitting here looking at the tweets like, okay, I think C4 getting it on fucking around.
Bro, he got
I bet. I still got rage baited.
Bro,
regardless.
Bro, he said I was so like charged up. I'm like, yo, bro, because I wasn't even in that energy, bro. I just ran a 12-hour stream yesterday. I'm chilling right now, all that shit. And then he sent me that clip, bro. I crashed out, bro.
My
because it's
beef
like
with DBFZ is saltiness and it's on the game. It's not the players. The players are good people. That I won't say. Right? My favorite player in y'all community got canceled. So then I got salty about fighters. Because that's who I watched all day.
Who got canceled in fighters?
Nakia. Yes.
No.
I like a dodo. Yeah. So I know I knew that. Other than that, I know today I'm gonna just stop rage baiting fighters. The only time I do is when I see some dumb shit. But I'm gonna stop rage baiting fighters. My beef is going back to Brawlhalla.
There you go.
That is all.
Yeah, go play over there, bro. Nah. There's still active razor blades over here, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we should get Moonsault. This all started because of Moonsault and that stupid Mount Rushmore bullshit.
To be fair,
he should actually get the flame.
Bro, Moonsault be cooking shit on in the low. Yeah, facts. Moonsault, no. So, but speaking of, yo, hold up, now because now you got me. Moonsault try. You speaking? Now this nigga is premium rage bait because wait,
this nigga is
like
Black Zetsu just playing pawns. He's just moving shit along. He's just watching that.
Because bro, here's the thing, right? I would be with you. Moonsault do be on some other shit, right? But with the main man shit, and this is why I'm not letting go of the main man shit, and this is why I tag main man as well, because Moonsault went to his stream. I don't know if y'all know this shit, but I've been tapped into this whole lore. He went into his stream. He was like, "Yo, you know, this ain't good for the community. Da da da. Let's try to chop it up. Da da da." And Main Man did some coward shit. He was like, "Yeah, bro, all that. It's all good, bro. We ain't even on that." Moonsault said, "We good." He was like, "Yeah, bro, we good." They virtually dapped. He went a separate way. The next day, this coward said, "Oh, I told Moonsault to his face," which he didn't. There's clips and there's receipts. I said to his face. So off the rip, you're a liar and you're a coward. He was like, "Oh, you make dumpster fire content. Your channel is trash." Da da da. You did not say that when he was in your fucking stream. And this is that snooty ass behavior that I was calling out initially with Main Man. And this is why, again, like the reason why I be going so hard with certain individuals is and I'm willing to take it wherever it needs to go is that right there is like there's a lot of people, again, bum included, where it's like I see them winning, and it's like, yo, go ahead, bro, do your thing, bro. You getting money, you doing what you gotta do, bro. You doing putting on for the community. I love that shit. But when I see people with the like people know Main Man knows what he's doing when he's saying that shit. When he's calling beef sets childish. When he's saying one thing on camera to someone's face and then another thing to somebody else. And then you want to say, "I'm sorry, Joe Budden. I don't hope you didn't take it the wrong way, Joe Budden." Da, da, da. But you want to pick on Moonsault. Because Moonsault's not like Moonsault gonna rage bait, but he's not gonna get like myself or Joe Budden and then be like, "Yo, what the fuck you say?" He's not gonna do that.
Oh,
You
you
know
mean
what I'm
like
saying?
confrontational and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. Moonsault will be you want to talk about somebody that will give you a corporate confrontation? Moonsault. He'll just be like, "Okay,
A
bro."
diplomatic
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah, yeah. And then he'll just
Yeah.
yup, he gonna do
Let
real
bygones be
corporate
bygones.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Good evening to you, sir.
Me and Joe Budden, C4 starts us in here. We gonna pull up to the function and be like, "No, what did you actually say though? I need to hear you say it again because I missed something here." You know what I mean? Because like that coward shit, it cannot be tolerated, and it's that bitch assness that's in the FGC that I don't fuck with. So even though we all disagree on certain points, I can respect each and every one of y'all because as soon as I said, "All right, so pull up to the call," then I'm not doing all this. I'm not doing all that. Let's just pull up to the call and we hash it out like that.
Hmm.
And every one of y'all pulled up. That's real shit, and that's how we push the culture forward in the FGC. Not this bitch ass. Oh, you know what I mean? Like bitch ass shit, just bitch ass shit.
As
And
far
Main
as
Man
as
is
far as the beef sets, my fault. I was gonna say I don't think they're childish or anything. I look at it like people. So like in hip hop, you have like mainstream hip hop, all that, and you have battle rap.
yo.
Both are important, like charts and stuff like that. They both have their place, and so that's how I view beef sets and
That's
stuff. You have tournaments, and then you have beef sets. You have
thank you.
rap charts and all that stuff,
That
and
is
then
a
you have
beautiful.
rap battles. That's
Yes,
like they both matter to the culture of hip hop, right?
well
Just
put.
like beef sets and tournaments matter to the culture of just fighting games in general. So that's
And when you
my
call
viewpoint
and
of it.
that's
Bro,
yo, that is such beautifully put because imagine if somebody said, "Yo, battle rap is childish." Oh my god.
Yeah,
You
that's
you
just an
liable to
insane
lose your
thing.
yeah,
life. And
Because not
that
every
yeah, you
battle
getting
rapper
roasted.
can go. Because not every battle rapper can go and make a album or a hit
and
song or
and
whatever.
not
But not
every
every other mainstream rapper can come in battle
dang.
rap.
So when you
So it's
disrespect
Yep.
the culture like that, it's deeper than just, "Oh, it's childish." And then his snooty ass fans would be like, "See, look, even the way he reacted is proof of concept. Look at him and how even his reaction is childish." Shut the fuck up. What the problem is that y'all never really cared about something enough to where you're willing to crash out, or you want to look a certain way in front of the camera. You want to no, bro. I really, you know what I mean? Like I really believe in this shit. I really care about this shit, bro. You know what I mean? And then even speaking about losing context, you know how I said if you said that in a battle rap scene, you liable to lose your life. You know what the main
mhm.
man Snoots would say? "Oh, look at him promoting death. He wishes death on it." No, bro. You fucking nincompoop. Like, bro, you're missing the context of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm you when you know certain things, you carry yourself a certain way. Okay? He's the type where, off of that moonsault confrontation alone with a non-confrontational dude, he's the type if you seen him in person and he was like, "No, no, no, everything that you said on YouTube, say it to my face," and I'm gonna and like not obviously I took the same approach with Yaya And it wasn't like, ah, got you, now it's a content dunk. No, we had a real conversation. So much so that y'all was like, all right, shut up, bro. The dissertation's over. Just get to the point. You know what I'm saying? But like, I really wanted to make that point clear because we both don't know each other. And I don't want him thinking that I'm inviting him over for a content dunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I Main Man is the type to lie in your face and then get around other people. Oh, he's such a bitch, bro. Like, oh my god, he's such a bitch. He's lucky I didn't punch him in the face right there. He's lucky I didn't fucking just tell him you're a bitch. You know what I mean? You're not a man. You have no spine. You know what I mean? Like that type of behavior is
It's
weak.
it's weird because I see beef sets and even exhibitions as like mad important. Like whether or not you feel either tournaments are more important than beef sets as exhibitions or vice versa. Teach their own. Obviously, everybody gonna feel how they feel, but they're both important. I think generally everybody can agree with that. And I'm thinking about, I'm like, even like what Daigo versus Alex Valle back in the '90s.
Beef set,
I don't. That wasn't a tournament, right? To my knowledge, correct? Like that wasn't
bro.
like
Come
a tournament they
on.
led up to. That was a
Hmm.
big meeting of two regions, East and West,
Come
playing each
on, bro.
other.
And then let's
As
go even
a
more recent.
whether or not it was like beef, quote unquote beef, but like it was the exhibition of importance, and that
Let's
kind of like
let's
set the
go even more
tone.
recent, bro. And I'll say this example and then I'll make it even more recent than that. When the in the fighters community, when we was doing France versus America, it didn't matter what tournament was going on. We might as well have been at the Olympics and we're fighting for the gold fucking medal. C4, am I lying? That shit
Even if
was
somebody didn't care about fighters, they was rooting for they
they
respective regions.
now it's just
It
I'm rooting
was
for my country. You know what I mean? Or like when it was America versus EU, bro. Now it's tribal, and the energy was palpable. And then you get to the Tekken community with Spaghetti Rip when he was doing EU versus the States versus Pakistan, shit like that. You telling me that shit wasn't hype? But it's childish,
yeah, bro.
and they were able to keep it in
That's why they
bounds. What was you saying,
no
C4?
one in no one in DBFZ could have said what Main Man Speed said. That's what it is.
Yo,
It
oh my
wouldn't it
god.
wouldn't happen.
To say that would be like, yo, what are you talking about?
Yo, that's why I reacted the way I reacted, bro. That's why. Because exactly what C4 said is exactly why because you wouldn't even come across your bro. We just had a quote unquote beef set yesterday, and everybody was in on it. Yeah, let's go. I was talking hella shit to KJ, hella shit. Hella, and guess what he did? He got on the call with me. Yeah, bro, we trying to push the culture forward, bro. Da, da, da. Yeah, bro. Yeah, let's work. But when he was talking, I was like, man, yo, bro, bro, because it's important. It's important that we have this energy around this game that's dying, so we can push the culture forward. And when we say fuck Bandai, and Bandai's like, well, you're saying fuck us, and you're not even doing nothing for the game. No, nigga, we got receipts on receipts. We're pulling up. We're still doing shit. Two things can be true. It could be fuck you, but we can also give you a game plan on how we want you to do better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I gotta say on that, bro. Like, you know, all in all, bro, I feel what y'all saying, and we could come to terms on not agreeing with certain shit. But like, yeah, bro, like these conversations are still needed within the community because it helps remove the bitch assness that is in the FGC where niggas don't want to have these conversations. They want to instead backtalk and then play these gatekeeping games. I know y'all, not y'all, but
Yeah,
there's
I know what you
gatekeepers
mean,
out
but
here. There's real gatekeepers out here
Mhm.
that go in the Discord. Oh yeah, if you see C4, if you see No Black, if you see y'all, don't post about them. Don't retweet that shit. Da-da-da. If you think it's funny, keep it to yourself. Da-da-da. Bro, Moonsault already gave me the plug on y'all niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? He already told me
Funny
the
you say
truth.
that because for a while, that's why I kind of fell back from Discord.
You said what, Starks?
I said it's funny you say that because for a while, that's kind of why I fell back from Discord because sometimes like you see people kind of click. I'm not trust. I think Discord is amazing. Like, there's a lot of amazing things that can happen on Discord, but you see people clicking up, you see people canceling people, you see people getting into trouble. Saying too much, doing too much, beefing, whatever you want to call it.
But is that
I didn't know
right
there was all
there,
this beef going on in the Texas
bro?
community. Like
Yes, bro.
that main man video, I saw that. I was like, damn, why he just shooting everybody in there? What the fuck happened
Yeah, it
there?
was
What?
mad.
It came
Bro,
out because mind you, I play Tekken, but like casually. I'm one of the just casual folk. I just play it cool, have my fun, whatever. I just sit back and enjoy, right? I have no strong opinions about balancing anything really. I fuck it. I just like to do cool shit, whatever. But when I saw that video, I'm like, okay, am I missing lore? Was there like an arc I missed? Why did he say what he say fuck them for? What did y'all what happened? What changed? Like where did this come from? Is this something that's been happening under the surface for like mad long and it just came to a head or what? Like
And that's the thing, bro. And this is why I'm really going at main man now, is because speaking about context, he said fuck Mike Hollow essentially in that tirade, right? Where he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, fuck Mike Hollow, this and this." That whole video, C4 as my witness, bro. He was the one shooting bail for main man when I was going in. He was like, "Yo, come on, man.
Yep.
Yo." He was, yo. It would have been a lot worse if he was like C4 and just crossed his hands and was like, "No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Do." It would have been
what's up?
bad. It would have
He should
been
say, hey,
bad. It was Mike Hollow that was, and again, this is why I was saying, swag. Context is key because
Yeah.
if you not about to that whole video, he bleeped me out. Mike Hollow did. He bleeped me out, trying to really just keep it as political as possible, and then you got the nerve. You got the nerve to come at that individual
Pete
and
Bridges
shit
for
on
getting
his
burned and
channel
stuff. Yeah. I feel
when he was defending you. Yo, he was yo, bro. If you watch the video, it wasn't like he was a little bit defending. He was defending him at like we was defending Bum. Am I lying, C4?
He fully defended him. Yeah,
Fully.
yeah, he did.
You would have thought he was brainwashed. But
He was
yo,
scared.
bro,
He was
watch
scared.
the video. Watch the video. You would think, damn, man, what spell does Mike Mayman have over Mike Hollow? Da da da. And then he stood firm on it too. It wasn't even like I could get him to move off of that opinion. Like, bro, you don't think he's being snooty? He would give me a little bit of rope and be like, yeah, he can be, but. He was trying his best to remix this shit. And then when eventually we let it go, cooler heads prevailed. A couple days later, after the video come out, you come out your body to say that about the man who defended you that whole time and bleeped me out to keep things from swelling even more. You got some nerve, nigga. You a snooty nigga for real. You don't even know what you just did. Because it's people like that he's so out of touch. He's out of touch. He doesn't know what it's like to. He's been up for so long, he forgets what it's like to be us. Just talking to the grassroots people, having these conversations. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to leave that fucking box of a room he's in. He doesn't need to do nothing. He's gonna be up hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him. Fuck him, bro. Fuck him. You need to apologize.
That's all.
Facts.
Yeah, couldn't be me. Couldn't be a Tekken player right now.
Nope. I mean, for the content, if you, hey, if anybody's making content right now, you want to make some content, hey, Tekken is where it's at right now because there ain't nothing else going on. It's dead. Well, it's not dead, but it ain't. The content ain't contenting like that for the game itself. You would want to jump in the fray. You could get a Tekken debate right now, and that shit gonna do numbers. You get a Tekken debate right now, that shit gonna do numbers. Gameplay wise, shit.
That shit fun. I like my casinos.
Shit. You then go to Joe Budden stream and have that same amount of fun on the VC. You tell me if you had fun. You know what I'm saying? If you can't talk shit in there, you're gonna die a slow death. I promise you.
Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, never mind.
You know who Joe Budden is?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. That's where the fun is at. That's as fun as Tekken is gonna get. Right over there. And we fuck with Fee, but Fee actually apologized. So I'm chilling on Fee right now, but that's the corporate side of Tekken. You know what I'm saying? Should get real corporate over there, but
But how is it corporate if he just being how he is?
No. See, you missed out. There's some shit about Fee. You know what I'm saying? Where he was dunking on the game on season 2, talking about I'm gonna leave Tekken to go to Street Fighter, all this and all that. This game sucks right now. Da, 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 da. And then the same day, I can't even get charged up like because I said this story so many times. I'm tired of it. The same day he said, getting off of Street Fighter until I mean Tekken until season 3 comes out, and I'm gonna be on Street Fighter for the interim. The same day he said that and dropped that video, I went to his replays and I seen he was on the same fucking day. You were dooming for content, and then just in case you think I'm full of shit, go to his Brian F video that he did, FDX and Brian F. There's a segment in there, I don't know what timestamp, but there's a segment in there where he refers to a moment like that, where he was like, yeah, me dooming on the game isn't healthy for the game because it's not just killing the game, with the sales and shit like that, but for the TOs that spend the money and invest in this game, it doesn't do them well. So I got at him for saying one thing and doing the other, but I give him grace because he was man enough to be like, yeah, that shit that I did when I was dooming for content essentially was lame. So,
You know.
yeah.
Well, that is all. I'm about to skedaddle.
All right,
What's
dog.
up?
I'm gonna check you.
Y'all have a good one.
Y'all
Appreciate
have
the
a good one.
conversation.
Easy.
Peace.